What? What? What?
Giving you the real from A to Z surrounding the Dallas Cowboys. News, updates, rumors, transactions, takes, and more. So strap up, Cowboys Nation, and start your day off with A to Z Sports. Live with Will Steele.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go. Wake up today. Welcome to A to Z Sports Live, presented by the Cochran Firm and Boston Scientific, streaming live on YouTube and Facebook. And of course, I am your host, Will Skywalker Steele. Boom! Come on now. Come on. I don't want to hear it's the Bucks. I don't want to hear let's move on. I don't want to hear keep this energy next week. I don't want to hear they got lucky. I don't want to hear he got lucky. In the words of a wise man, yield. Go into work, Cowboys Nation. And simply put, tell your cohorts, whomever, your coworkers, whatever, yield. Just yield. Dallas Cowboys rout the Bucks 31-14. And y'all know what that means. Hold on, where my music at? Y'all know what that means today, baby. We ain't had this in a minute. Hold up. Come on. Hold up. What they tell him?
Here I go.
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 Here I go. Here I go. Here I go. Here I go. Here I go. Here I go. Here I go. Here I go. I'm going straight for your throat.
I don't want to hear nothing today, man. I bet not hear nothing from none of. Listen, and all of y'all one and done fans, y'all go somewhere else. Y'all not invited to this cookout. No kiddie table. No, none of that. Today is about enjoying history. Yeah. History was made yesterday. And I don't know what this is, what Mike McCarthy got going on here, but what Mike doing? What is that? Hey, my fair complexion folk, can y'all tell me what this is here? I don't know what it is, Mike, but I love it. I absolutely love it. This today, all day, and maybe for a little bit tomorrow, is for those that went to that game with their hearts in that game. Not checked out in August. Not checked out last week. Let's have a good time, Cowboys Nation. What's good? Bomb Squad, baby.
Bomb Squad!
Today is going to be wonderful, man. It's going to be wonderful. If you want to call into the show and you want to have a good time today, you can 351-999-3787. If you came to this show to hear about some negative things or what have you, that's probably not going to happen. It's probably the show for you today. Okay, we are going to enjoy what happened today, or happened yesterday. Okay, we're gonna have a good time. So call in. I know the lines are gonna be crazy. So today, this is what I'm gonna do. There will be no roundup. We're going straight into the cookout. I want to hear from you guys, and I already know what y'all want to talk about for the most part. But we're gonna get to everybody. Okay, we're gonna get to everybody. And before I get to that, let me make sure I got everything set up here. Hold on, give me 1 second, man. What's up with y'all, though? Nah, Tom Downey, we ain't on no San Fran. Today ain't for you, probably, then, Tom Downey burner account. Probably ain't for you, bruh. Maybe we be on the San Fran tomorrow. We got to enjoy this one. The Dallas Cowboys made history last night. Dak Prescott made history last night. They slayed that dragon last night. They turned into the legend killer last night. I don't care if it was the Bucs. I don't care. Y'all ain't have that energy last week, so don't come on here with that. Matter of fact, please do. Please do.
It's my turn. You told me it was my turn.
Please do. Come on in. But before we get to all of that, Cowboys Nation, let's celebrate. What you bringing to the cookout? What you bringing to the cookout? We'll get to the head of the table a little bit later, man. But let's start off with one Dalton Schultz. There are a couple players on here that I think we need to feature, and Dalton Schultz is one of them, man. We went into that game last night, and we talked about the tight ends in the pregame show. We talked about the tight ends last week, if you guys follow the show in general. And we said, hey, man, this is a favorable matchup. I know people that are detractors of the quarterback say, well, he throws to the tight ends too much. Well, in this game, I thought you needed to. And sorry, my voice is still a little bit recovering. Dalton Schultz went off. He led the team with 7 receptions, 95 yards, 2 touchdowns. and was clutch for them in the red zone and was where he needed to be all night. And I think that's one of the things that make him and Dak's connection so good is that he may not have the physical tools, but he is where he needs to be 99% of the time. The 1% you might get a pick, but 99% of the time he's right there. He's right there. And he took advantage of those linebackers, took advantage of the safeties, took advantage of the coverage, and went off. Now, purposely, I left this spot open here for y'all to throw in y'all guys, okay? It's the big boy table, and a lot of people could have been there, but I thought these four deserved it the most. Tony Pollard is what they call him. Well, Sky, why you got Tony here, man? He only about 100 yards. Well, TP had 18 touches in this game for 99 yards. He didn't get a touchdown. But I thought it was important to keep Tony Pollard involved in this game. I thought he should have came in here and had a minimum of 20, and he almost got there, so I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. And maybe they turn him up even more next week. We'll see. But 18 touches, I love to see it. 99 yards. He had about 3 or 4 touches for over 10 yards in this game. He made some plays happen when they weren't there. And I kept looking over to Jesse a few times and said, hey, I'll take this little 4-yard gain, 3-yard gain when it was really should have been 0 or -2. Tony Pollard kept things going when your rushing attack really wasn't that great outside of his handful of plays, honestly. So Tony Pollard, have yourself a day, sir. As this game was going on yesterday, of course, we get Leighton Vander Esch back for the playoffs. I was watching the pregame show, and I saw, what's his name over there, Playoff Lenny? Leonard Fournette. Leonard Fournette had a hoodie on, and on the back it said, Playoff Lenny. Didn't register to me until the game started, and I saw Leighton Vander Esch making plays, and he was in the red zone. I think he stepped up, read one of the plays, and got Leonard Fournette down for like a 1-yard gain. Made a couple pass breakups, could add a few picks. I said, man, we got playoff Leighton? ? I think so. It's back-to-back fantastic games, at least from the first watch, from Leighton Vander Esch, who led the team in tackles yesterday. And I think are we starting to trend now towards a playoff Leighton? Shout out to Leighton Vander Esch. I think he showed the importance when he went out. He stepped his game up immensely. And maybe a question for another time, but I think you could say that, hey, he's got to put his name in that hat for one of the more important players on his defense. I think we got to say that, Cowboys Nation. Even if you don't like Leighton, Leighton had a good game, right? Like we got to come on here and own that if you're one of those who want to kick Leighton off the bridge early in the season, which I was one of them. I'm not going to lie to you. I said, if he don't step up, let's see what these other guys got. And Leighton Vander Esch stepped up, man. And he is playoff Leighton now, right? Got to be playoff Leighton. There is another opening spot there. Who would you throw in? There's so many different names you could put in this one, man. Hankins came back, and I thought Hankins played well, right? Israel Mukuamu. Whew. Izzy. I can't wait to see how they deployed Izzy from the bird's eye view. Man, this kid looks so much more confident. So much more physical, so much more sure of himself. And when Jaron Kearse went down, and I'm like, well, I think Izzy's up next. I'm like, I mean, listen, 6'4". I think he's a better cover guy than Jaron because he was a corner, so that helps. Is he as physical as Jaron? No. Is he as experienced? No. But let's see if he can be put in situations where he can utilize his length and utilize what he does well and his improvement, and he did that, man. Izzy was all over the place. He had a couple pass breakups in that game. He had 4 tackles. Oh, I would love for this to be that performance that puts Izzy over the hump and starts the next part of his progression. Because if he turns into somebody on his defense, now you're talking about him competing for somebody's spot next year to start. But that's next year. In this game, I thought Israel Mukuamu was awesome. Who else y'all got here, man? Who else would y'all put here? Oh, yeah, Micah Parsons. I mean, yeah, that goes without saying, right? Like, Micah Parsons probably should have been there. That's my fault. That's my fault. Parsons had the sack on the play, multiple pressures, tackles for loss. He was him, as they say, in this game. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Tyler Biadasz, Micah and Izzy, MG13. I will put MG13 at maybe the teenage table, but not the grown folk table. Not on this one. Not on this one. DQ. What about Kellen? Can't put Bland. Bland, obviously the touchdown at the end, but I mean. CD. Now, Adrian. We're not going to talk about Brett. We'll talk about Brett in a little bit, but Wilson, the whole O-line. Yeah. Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back here. Let's bring it back. The offensive line shuffle. Let me just say this about the offensive line. And we'll get rid of this here. It was a bit of a shock in the pregame show. We're like, hey, man, interesting that they decided to go with Jason Peters. Jason Peters got through his first game, full game with the Cowboys last week, and it happened to be one of the worst games for the offense. Not saying the offensive line, but just the offense in general. And it's like, all right, we're rolling with the vets. And I think the thought process was that they wanted to put this game in Dak's hands for the most part, so they wanted their best pass protection unit out there. That's from what I'm hearing. And Peters goes down. It didn't start off great, first of all. It didn't start off great for the offense. You had a 3-and-out, back-to-back 3-and-outs, the first possession of the game, rollout, dropped by CeeDee Lamb off the play action. Then you had the screen, dropped by CeeDee Lamb. And then T.Y. Hilton dropped. Boom, boom, boom. It was like, oh, what are we doing? So what it's looking like. Next possession. First down run, goes nowhere. Second down run, goes nowhere. Dak Prescott bail us out on 3rd and long. I didn't convert it. So back-to-back 3-and-outs, I'm like, oof. It's looking like one of those nights, right? Where we're not creating anything in the lanes. We're not getting open. It's just not looking great. And then a third possession happened. And you just needed to get one first down. I think in the second possession, we saw the Hawk package, and it came back in the third possession with the Hawk package. Y'all know how I feel about the Hawk package. I'm not a fan of the Hawk package. I would much rather leave that alone next week against that defense, but talk about that later. And then a play action in the Hawk package. Finally get the first down. Dak talked about it in the press conference. I just needed one. I just need to get one first down, and we can get this thing rolling. And that's what happened. And we saw two things that I hadn't seen in 2 months. Well, Dak Prescott got one, but we got a holding call on Micah Parsons, and we got a roughing the passer call on Dak Prescott. I thought both were worthy calls, good calls. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Cowboy fan. I'm saying that because I thought they were good calls. And that obviously helped keep the drive going as well in that third drive. And the Cowboys punched it in after Dak Prescott found Dalton Schultz. They broke this play down a ton. And this is why I always laugh when people say Dak Prescott can't read defenses. I'm like, what are we doing? What are we doing here? Dak Prescott can read defenses. In fact, he read the defense so goddamn well, he's the head of the table, Cowboys Nation. After his historic display in the playoffs for the Cowboys. The first Dallas Cowboys, the only, I should say, Dallas Cowboys quarterback in playoff history to have 4 passing touchdowns and a rushing touchdown in the same game. 25 for 33, 305 yards, 143 quarterback rating, 96.5 QBR. Folks, that is absurd. And he had a playoff Cowboy record, 11 straight completions. Only quarterback in NFL history to have 4 straight games in the playoff with the rushing touchdown. His playoff interception percentage, for those that say he's a pick machine, listen, we all believe this was an anomaly because in his career he wasn't. His interception percentage is now down to like 1.7, I believe, in the playoffs, which is about 3rd all time or among qualifying QBs or whatever it is. Point blank period, he was lights out. Point blank period. I said this Now, for those who might have jumped on Vaches live in the middle, y'all see how I get a little bit, man. That's just me normal. But be as loud in his praise today. And I'm talking to you, Cowboy fans. I'm talking to you, Cowboy haters. Be as loud in his praise today as you were in his disrespect. I'll say it again if you didn't hear me, for those in the back. Be as loud in his praise today as you were in his disrespect, because I'm already seeing Cowboy fans. Well, do it next week. Do it against that defense. Do it against a better defense. As if Todd Bowles, Devin White, Villa Veda, Davis, Hicks, Golston, Levante David, Antoine Winfield Jr., as if this is a bum-ass defense. As if just 3 weeks ago, he didn't torch the number one passing defense in the NFL while getting sacked 6 times and throwing a pick 6 to spot him 7. Yield. I don't want to hear move on and keep that energy next week. No. We'll get there. We'll get there. Today, yield. It's that simple, man. I said this last week. What bugs me about y'all, you know who I'm talking to, is that we'll come right on here. I'll look dead y'all in the face. Man, he played terrible. He played terrible. He can't throw that interception. Can't make that decision. Not a good game. But it doesn't bother me because I've seen him play well majority of the time. What bothers me is y'all won't say, I yield. Because that is your quarterback. And that is your coach right there, baby. We got to come up with a name for this, man. What is this? What is this? But see, the problem with y'all is
I don't want peace. I want problems always.
y'all don't want peace. Y'all want problems, Cowboys Nation. And I don't want to say Cowboys Nation. Let me stop saying that because they ain't part of this nation. They ain't part of this nation. Y'all don't want peace, man. Shout out to Dak Prescott. Shout out to Mike McCarthy. Shout out to Kellen. Shout out to Dan Quinn. Let's talk about this with y'all, Cowboys Nation, because we got a ton of callers. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get through like 1 or 2, and I'm locking these things up, and then I'll holler at y'all later on Vacha's show because we'll be here till 10 o'clock messing with y'all, man. 10 o'clock. So let's get into these phone lines. A Pulse of the Nation presented by the Cochran Firm. Some of y'all might need a lawyer. If you do, for whatever reason, Brian and Larry got you guys locked down for you to keep you guys from being locked up. No, but seriously, personal injury, wrongful death, fraud, truck, automobile, class action, whatever it is, you name it, they got you. Hit them up at 1-800-THE-FIRM. The Cochran Firm handles all their civil cases on a contingent fee basis, meaning if there is no financial recovery, they charge no fee. You got to love that. 1-800-THE-FIRM or get your free consultation at CochranTexas.com. And I got to start it off with Set It Off. It's only right, Chris. What's good, my brother? And let me say this real quick because I don't got the drop for you. But so I'll sing it. I'll sing it for you, bro. Drop that thing for me. Set it off, Chris, if you got it for me, please.
Ain't nobody calling me, texting me, paging me, and asking me, are we still them boys? Hey, man, ain't nobody doing that today, bro.
No, sir.
You went through the whole rundown of everybody that played amazingly. Hey, man, I was tweeting during the game, and I wanted to give some love to Kellen because, dude, he was saving some shit for the playoffs. plan.
You almost made me spit out.
Amazing game
You
plan.
almost made me spit out my drink, bro. But me and Vice literally was at Texas Live just cracking up because, yo, they really was saving shit for the playoffs. I mean, hey, what you want to do? What you want me to say? What you want me to say, dog? They was saving stuff for the playoffs. They got me. Look, they got me.
Yeah, man.
They got me.
He got us all, man. He got us all. That is the thing with Kellen that is so frustrating. I don't care what anybody says. We're gonna love on him today, but that is the most frustrating thing about him. That game was orchestrated beautifully. The last touchdown is what you have been screaming for: conflict and getting people butt ass naked wide open.
Yeah.
Bro, he was magical last night. Hey, man, listen, man. Just give it up for. Hey, man, you can't stop the rain, man. You just can't stop the rain, bro. He is that guy. He is him. And, man, we just gonna enjoy this one today, man. I'm gonna get out the way, man. I know everybody's got love, but hey, man, ain't nobody gonna call you because they used to check up on you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They used to check up on you. We out of here, boy. Have a good one, man.
Appreciate to set it off, Chris. That perfect way to set it off, right? Somebody said something. I don't know. I can't remember where I saw it. I don't know. Maybe it was in the chat last night. But it said, wow, kind of crazy. After Dak had a 5-touchdown game and the Cowboys beat Tom Brady, if you go to Twitter and look at trending, the Cowboys weren't trending. Dak Prescott wasn't trending. Just last week, losing to Washington. And even Thursday night, right? A couple weeks ago when the offense was weird, the game was weird. Them dudes was trending. So not only are they not calling and they're not texting, but they ain't tweeting either. How sweet it is, man. How sweet it is. All right, gotta lock them up now. We are on overload today. We're going to get all of our OGs in this thing. Let's get DMV up in here. What's good, brother?
What's going on, my guy?
How you feeling?
Tuesday, baby. All them haters keep walking on by, right? Keep walk on by. That go for Cowboys fans too. That was
100%.
low-key hating
100%.
on our team too. That go for y'all too, bro. Because a lot of y'all was fire McCarthy, put Cooper Rush in. Y'all don't get to celebrate today, bro. Y'all just as bad as our rivals who wake up and tweet us. Eagle fans, y'all just as bad as them. Y'all don't get to celebrate today. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, look. But what I really wanted to call in and say is they need to add me to this coaching staff because everything I talked about on my game plan, they went out there and did. We had a lot of 21, 22 personnel. We play action quite a bit, featured Dak's legs. We secured double teams on the inside defensively. Trayvon shadowed Mike Evans and pretty much took him and nullified him out of this game. Big ups to the coaching staff, too, for Kwamu being in the spot and Bland, playing the number 2. That wasn't a wrinkle that I saw coming, but, Mukwamu was a corner before he was a safety. So I thought that was an excellent adjustment. Thought we did good up front defensively. Really just rejoice, man. We got to celebrate today because if we don't celebrate today we just move on,
the conference has been unlocked.
We don't got an opportunity to address the people that's been hating on us all damn year. So that's all I really got, man.
Hey, man, it was great. I'm gonna keep it moving, John, but you're absolutely right. I want to touch on some of the things you said, good brother. And I know you're going to be covering it over the week, so appreciate you, bro. That is John from DMV Football. Make sure you follow him on Twitter and on YouTube. Does fantastic work. I saw you break down, brother. I saw you break down. Yeah, of course. Before I bring on the wise man that I quoted earlier in the show, he touched on some of the wrinkles and whatnot and some of the things that we were talking about. A to Z pulled a clip from our Hattie B's hot take on Friday where I said the Cowboys can't be simple, right? Like, you can't go out here and be simple. When we decided to just line up and try to run it on them, I kept saying that's not what we could do. When you saw success in the run game, it was with 21 personnel, was with 2 linemen pulling or Jason Peters coming all the way from the opposite side on a pull. In the passing game, I don't think there was much after the second possession of the game. It was much basic concepts. You saw different level reads. You saw guys, you saw the attack at different areas of the field. You saw these linebackers making them think. You saw them go back to, hey, Dak, what you comfortable in? What's the best way to attack these dudes? Spread them out. Let's spread them out. I don't know, we talked about them not having Shaq Barrett, right? I said, yeah, man, they got a good interior. But we are forgetting they don't have the one dude that was wrecking the Cowboys in week 1 and making Dak Prescott to get rid of the ball a whole lot. Now, I know Vita Vea got in there in the first or second possession. I get it, right? But if Dak could dice up the number 1 pass defense with the number 1 pass rushing unit, what makes you think with a team that can't get to the passer without blitzing, which we walk them, please blitz. If you got time back there to get rid of it, if you got time to scan the field, Dak is going to ball. And that's what he had. On the first touchdown pass, forgot to talk about that. You saw him, they featured that play, him scanning the field, right? Looking off the safety, holding the safety. For those that say he can't read defenses, he does this extremely well. People that understand and follow football and watch football say it all the time. He's one of the best pre-snap guys. But even the best get fooled. The Cowboys did it to Tom Brady in week 1. So miss me with that. Miss me with that. Dak Prescott was on fire last night. He was on fire. And let me say this about Kellen, because we said we need Kellen to just be in his bag for 4 games. He was in his bag for like 4 parts of this game. And if that's the case, I'm fine with it. And hear me out. This is what I mean. The play action, I forget what they called it with the motion. That was like dribbling with a purpose throughout the season. Because he literally saved that for the playoffs. We didn't see them do the play action and Dak roll out for the touchdown. Got him wide open. The CD Lamb touchdown confused that secondary. We've seen that play before, but hadn't seen it in a long time. Got him wide open. Touchdown. But here's actually where I think I'm going to praise Kellen more, pun intended, than anything, than a play, than a series. I thought one of the best series from a design standpoint was the first or second touchdown series. Because other than that, I want to say that it was just obviously Dak breaking pockets and making things happen. But where I think Kellen should get the most props, and maybe it's an easy thing, maybe it's a low-hanging fruit, whatever you want to call it, is that he featured, y'all, Tony Pollard. How many of y'all, by a show of hands, truthfully, were nervous after seeing the usage of TP over the last few weeks, after seeing how Tony Pollard was used last year in the playoffs? How many of y'all were nervous that he wasn't going to get what he got in this game? I'll put my hand up. Just because I was loud and banging on the table for Tony Pollard to get the ball does not mean I was supremely confident that he would get the ball that many times. So my hands up. I was nervous. I was nervous that Tony Pollard wasn't going to be featured in this game. And then as you saw the first couple possessions, and if you're a Zeke fan, you may not want to hear this. They're just running it with first down, run Zeke. On the second possession, first down, run Zeke. On the first and second down, run to Zeke. First possession, Ezekiel Elliott. I was like, shit. Here we go. Here we go, man. We're not going to use Tony Pollard. And then finally, they started to get Tony Pollard involved. I mean, I've said this a lot, and this is something for moving forward. I just don't get start off with Zeke or start off with Tony Pollard. Just do it, man. Just start off with Tony Pollard and feature Tony Pollard. And once you get into the red zone, then we can get 21 involved. But I don't know if it was grass. I don't know what you want to call it, man. But it looked like Zeke was running in sand. It really did. He averaged less than 3 yards per carry on that night. At one point, he was averaging 0.8 yards per carry. That's back-to-back weeks. He's been sub 3 yards per carry. What do you want? Is it grass? I don't know what it is, bro. But Tony Pollard needs to be featured and featured often. And speaking of Tony Pollard being featured because he's one of your stars, so was CeeDee Lamb. So was Dalton Schultz. Get your guys the ball. Get your best players the ball. And that's what the Cowboys did, and they fed off of it, man. But Vaj, what they gonna say this week. Vi, what up, bro? How you feeling, man?
First of all, Will Steele, shouts out to you. God bless you. God bless your show. God bless your family and all that good stuff. Can you hear me, sir? We sound good right now?
We sound loud. Are you on the road?
Yeah, man, I'm on the road, man. Headed back to Houston so we can just put this masterpiece together on the volume 3 p.m. Central. People this out, sir. You know, great minds really do think alike, Will Steele. I'm not going to scream because I'm actually tired today, right? Great minds really do think alike, right? You know what I'm saying? With the whole notion of, you know what I mean, you know, let your like don't disrespect me loudly, right? But then when I play well, you just put a small little, oh, well, good for that. Or you just replying to something, oh, good for that. You know what I mean? I need you to, because I was going to do the same thing, Will, but I was going to do it in a different way. Battle rapper, Easy the Block Captain says, if you disrespect me in public, then in public is where we talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Don't send me DMs later, you know what I mean? Trying to clear, you know, trying to clear your palate, trying to fix your plate up. Because at the end of the day, these I Am Legend monsters, they refuse to make themselves look foolish, Will Steele. They're uncomfortable with the truth. The truth will set you free, Will Steele. Bean says if you tell a lie long enough, it starts to become the truth. And these analysts, these pundits, some of these Cowboy fans out here, they love to live in this world where they get to just hate on whoever, where they get to just ignore the facts. They get to ignore the numbers. They ignore the analytics, and they just get so comforting with, they just find this comfort with what they're used to. They don't want to change, you know what I'm saying? They don't want to grow. So when you come out and say, oh yeah, Dak Prescott is ass, or when you say Dak Prescott is mid, or when you say, oh well, Dak Prescott doesn't have the tools to win this playoff game, they start to believe that, Will Steele. See, and that becomes my problem. See, because all these qualified people, I'm not gonna scream because it's early. I'm tired of tell. I'm just not. It's 9:19 Central Time. See, all the smart people will tell you, hey man, look, bro, Dak Prescott is that guy. Dak Prescott is that guy, right? And you can watch Dak Prescott play 11 games, and all the smart people will tell you, hey man, Dak Prescott really tearing shit up. He just probably had a bad Washington game, right? But y'all don't let the nonsense get on national TV. You let the nonsense get on the big screen. You let the nonsense get on the letter network to say, oh well, Dak Prescott really been trash all year. Y'all just ain't been paying attention. But you know what you'll do? You'll live in that comfort zone of yours. Not yours, but them. You know what I'm talking about? You'll remain in that comfort zone because that's what you used to. Dan Orlovsky will say, oh, well, Dak can't sustain this. Oh, there's no way that Dak can sustain this. He's been sustaining the shit out of it all year, but you have one bad game, and you get proven right one time. Dan Orlovsky is really like 1-9 in his damn Dak Prescott analysis prediction. You know what I'm saying? He's 1-9, but just because he was right versus Washington, he's right all year. Listen, chat, do not let lies remain alive long enough that they become the truth. If you let enough flat earth people get on the internet and say the earth is flat, you're going to get multiple people starting to believe that the earth is flat. And the same thing happens with Dak Prescott, to where you see this list and he's 12th. Or you see somebody say ass. Or you see somebody say, oh, well, I'd rather have Teddy Bridgewater. I'd be damned. If he's going to be mid, if he's going to be ass, if he's going to be trash, if he's going to be average, I will be average for 3 more damn weeks, Will Steele. If that's this world that y'all want to live in, you want to live in this world where Dak is average, then cool. Live in a world where this average quarterback is beating the shit out you. Live in this world where this ass quarterback got a damn near perfect QBR. Live in this world where this ass quarterback, yo, look, all right, guys, we need to move on to San Francisco.
Yeah.
I'd be damn. The players is playing. The players gonna move on to San Francisco. Let them focus on San Francisco. I'm content guy. I'm fan guy. Y'all be if I talk about this shit 3 more days, y'all gonna listen to it. And we gonna celebrate this shit. If Dak Prescott is really ass, if he's as mid as you think he is, let me tell you something that my mom always said, Will Steele.
Yeah.
If mom wasn't home, the only people at the house was me and my dad. If something got broken, if I say I didn't do it and my dad say he didn't do it, somebody lying. My mom said it all the time. Well, shit, somebody lying. Right, so if CeeDee Lamb and this wide receiver core not up to par, if this offensive line ain't up to par, if Ezekiel Elliott starting and he ain't no good, and Kellen Moore trash, and Mike McCarthy about to get fired, and Dak Prescott is ass, and he's the 12th best quarterback in the goddamn playoffs. Now he's the 7th best out of 18. Then somebody lying, Will Steele. Somebody fucking lying. Somebody's lying to your face, but y'all want to live in this comfort. You want to live in this bliss. You want to live in this dream state where Dak Prescott is ass, and you believe it. I tell you what, if he ass, let's be ass 3 more goddamn times, and we're going to be an ass Super Bowl champion, and you know ain't none of this shit going to matter. Listen, I want y'all to stay focused. I want you to bring your swords to work. I want you to make them yield. I don't want you to waver at all. I want you to remain steadfast in what you believe in, because they're going to try to hit you with every narrative in the book. Well, Vash, Tom Brady is 40. Tom Brady don't play defense, and Dak Prescott was surgical versus this defense that you feared just 8 days ago. I'd be damned. It's going to be lawyers and ninjas and Jordans. Y'all tune in for the volume. Me and Will Steele will have a movie for you. Enjoy the rest of your day, sir.
Come on. You heard the wise man.
Here I go, 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 here I go. I'm going straight for your throat.
See, what y'all don't see is I'm doing something back here, but we good now. We back, baby. I love that he brought up the lie situation, because a repeated lie might be a part of history, but it doesn't necessarily become the truth. Cowboys Nation.
I am Smack Talker Skywalker, and I got a mic saber for a hater.
Let's keep it moving. Bro G, what's goody?
William, how
Yes,
you
sir.
feeling this morning?
I'm good, man. How you feeling? This is Victory Tuesday after
Man,
Super Wild Card Weekend. Come on, man.
It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day, man. I see you on Vosh's clip at the live yesterday. You was off the hook, man. You was off the hook, and it was good to hear from our boy Vosh, man. Good morning, Vosh. Lombarca's prime. I want y'all to talk it up. Y'all keep talking it up. Let's keep it going. And man, I guess the coaches was really playing some spades. I think they were sandbagging.
Tell you what, where's
were
the
they
thing?
sandbagging?
Well, Dan Quinn flat out said it. He said, "Yeah, man, listen, we was trying stuff out." So we knew that from that end, from the Kellen end. We like, man, this can't be this can't be what we're going to do going into the playoffs, right? I know we got fooled last year, but this can't be it. We've seen you be in that pocket when you were in your bag, and it's like you deliberately decided not to do it since the Jacksonville Jaguars game. So you have to get back in it, right? And it didn't start off that way, and then we saw some of these schematic things come to fruition, and boom, start clicking.
Right. We haven't really seen us pulling no linemen on run plays since probably the Giants game. I mean, we was doing it a lot in that game, and after that, it kind of went away with it. And
Jacksonville. Jacksonville was the last time I thought we saw a really good attack, in my opinion. And then after that, it's like they got in the shell.
Yeah, they didn't show it too much. They only did I only remember doing them in the Giants game, the Monday night game, and Jacksonville, when it was schematically running the ball instead of just running it straight up, But yeah, man, I'm happy today, man. I'm happy today. I'm feeling really confident for the rest of these games. One down. There you go.
One down. Indeed, man. Just to start.
I'm gone.
Appreciate
a good
you,
day,
bro.
brother. Have a good day.
You as well. Yeah, let me lock these up. I said this yesterday. The platter is right there. Like, the Cowboys have the opportunity to do something really cool. Obviously, winning the Super Bowl is cool, but I mean, just the way, the process to get there. Talk about that monkey off your back. This was a big step, man. A huge step. Winning a playoff game, that has happened before. Dak won a playoff game. Beating Tom Brady, that hasn't happened before. I don't give a dang if he's 56, right? winning a playoff game on the road hasn't happened since '92, and this is what's pretty cool about the situation. The last time you won the playoff game on the road was in '92 against San Fran. You just won the playoff game on the road. Now you're traveling to San Fran, and obviously, the last time you did that, you won the Super Bowl. So there is some history to that as well. But don't let these lies become the truth. They may become a part of history, but don't let them become the truth. You know what I mean? All right, let's keep moving. Somebody in the chat I saw here quickly. It's tough to really shout out to y'all, by the way. Shout out to the Bomb Squad. If you're new here and you're seeing this crazy Cowboy, I tell people all the time, I wear 3 hats. I'm a fan, number 1. I'm an analyst. I'm a reporter. Actually 4. I'm a host. Actually 5, I produce. I mean, a lot of different things I do, engineer, whatever. But seriously, fan, reporter, host. Today, let's live in our fan world, okay, and have a good time. But if you're watching this, you're like, who is this crazy fan? And what is this Bomb Squad?
Bomb Squad!
It's y'all. It's y'all in the chat that is a part of this. And if you're new, please do me a favor. Hit the like button if you're enjoying the show. This is more of a celebratory show, but we truly do great work here. We do. Great work here. We cover everything from top to bottom. But somebody in the chat had asked me, can I go in on detail or what have you on LVE's game? I can't go into detail because I don't have the tape to really go into detail. But to me, it looked like LVE played a playoff latent type of game. He looked fantastic from just quick memory and seeing him make plays on the goal line, getting his hands on balls. You know, it's funny. I talked about his importance and how good he's been in coverage. And a lot of people kind of just scoffed at that, right? And just, oh, well, what about the run game? You're right. The run game was skeptical, borderline poor for a little bit in the beginning of that, in the first half of the season. And I thought he picked that up, and I thought that turnaround came in Houston. Like in Houston, it's like he said, man, listen, if I'm going to injure my neck, I'm just injure my neck. And it's kind of carried since then. But in the past game, I thought that we weren't giving him enough credit in the pass game, even when he was struggling in the run game. He looked way comfortable. He was making quarterbacks come off his reads. He was where you needed to be. And then obviously you saw the mental aspect of him getting everybody in position where he needed to be. That was important as well. But I thought you saw him in the pass game last night just completely almost erase things throughout that game. I think he had 3 pass breakups and should have had at least 1 pick, man. At least 1 pick. Pay LVE? If he play off LVE, I mean, we get playoff LVE. I don't know. We'll see about that. But nonetheless, man, he balled out last night. Let's jump back into these lines and get Los on the horn. What's goody, Los? How you feeling?
Good morning, Skywalker Steel, man. Hey, let me say this. What a great morning for us Cowboys fans. Great playoff win. And for Dak to have a game like this, because we knew it was, like he was having bad games, but that wasn't him. It was just bad play calling, bad offense. But like you said, Vosh, Scott, you and Vosh said it. They were saving things for the playoffs because everything, like I was nervous at first because
we was having fun with that. We wasn't sure.
To start off the game, I was nervous because when we had 3 straight incompletions, I was like, here we go. We're going to try to force feed Dak to throw the ball. But coming out second time and putting a touchdown on that board,
third time,
huge.
Third time.
Third time.
Yeah, they went 3 and out back-to-back possessions.
Correct. And was huge because that just showed, like, all right, let's get back into who we are. And once that started clicking, that man was on a roll. And that defense, they put pressure on Tom Brady. So if we can keep doing that on both sides, it's simple, Sky. Like I told you, each NFC team has flaws. And we have our flaws as well, but ours is mainly shooting ourselves in the foot. But if we were coming together offense and defense, I don't care who you put up against us. And think about this, Sky. Now that Tom Brady is out, we have the most playoff experienced quarterback right now at the moment. In the
NFC, yeah.
Correct. So let's say he has the experience of losses, he has the experience of wins. So now we're facing the rookie. which, I'm not trying to get too ahead, but, hey, if you're going to give me a game between 49ers and Brock Purdy or however you say it, let's do it. I mean, you can't ask for a better game, and I can't wait for Sunday, man. No. Let's go, Cowboys. Let's celebrate this win. And how about them Cowboys, guys? Let's celebrate.
How about it, baby? How about it? Yeah, that is crazy when you think about it, right? Like, it's not crazy to think that we had the best quarterback in the NFC in the playoffs. We talked about that a bunch. But now that Tom is out, I didn't register. We got the most experienced playoff quarterback in the league. And throughout his playoff career, Dak's completion percentage, 64%, 10 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Total, though, he has 13 not 13 touchdowns. Where are we at here? Where's his rushing? I think he has 14. Yeah. 14 total touchdowns and 3 turnovers in the playoffs. And a quarterback rating of 98. 98. And how many times did we say, and that's the problem with, listen, I guess you're only as good as your last game. A lot of people like to believe that. And in some cases, I guess it's probably true. But I think what happened, and I was talking to Vosh about this at the game, before the game, I said so many people looked at the Washington game and that's who they thought he was. Hey, man, he played like crap, man. That was his worst game of his career. That's an anomaly of who he was, not who he is. Now, this was almost a perfect game. I'm not saying it's going to be perfect, but in the playoffs, even in the game against San Fran, that was more of an anomaly when you look at his playoff career. Dak has played well in every single playoff game except that 49er game. He's now played in 5 playoff games. 4 of them, he has been good. 4 of them. If you don't count the Niners game, you're talking about 13 touchdowns and 2 turnovers. Even when you count the Niners game, though, right? But whatever, man. Whatever. Shavance. What's good, man? Shavance. Uh-oh.
What?
Shavance gone, man.
What?
Deshaun. What up, man?
There you go. That's what I've been waiting on. All right. So, I'm like, God dang, I've been waiting.
I got
First
you, man.
off,
It's a lot of people.
I've been hearing that all week long. That's all I've been hearing. Dak is terrible. Trash guy. Dak is this. Dak is that. And first off, I wanted to say this. It's one thing that Dak did something that he really hasn't done much. And guess what? Well, I'll shout out to Boss Cowboys and OC for this. He used his legs. That was the one thing that he needed to do with this game. Because if you haven't seen it, usually what Dak does, he'll try to fit something in, he'll try to go. Or now he's like, all right, I see everything. Let me take off. Let me go slide. And I think it was like 3rd and 6. He took off and he dove for that first down. I was like, yes. So them incorporating using Dak's legs, it's very much a key. Because now you have to consider, you can't just pay attention to Zeke and Pollard. Now you have to pay attention to Dak's legs. That's one.
I don't think they are doing that. I think there was one play where it was designed. That was a rollout for the touchdown. But it was Dak. It was Dak deciding to use his legs. Like he had 7 attempts, but 2 of them were nil downs. The other one was I believe it was a quarterback keeper. I can't remember. But he had one true rushing attempt that really it was designed play action to throw it. Dak ran about 3 or 4 times on his own. Just pulling it down and getting the first down or getting a sliding. So that was more so him. And he talked about it in the press conference. He said, hey, I told y'all there will be a time that I'm going to do this. And obviously this is the time. I got to leave it all out there on the field. So I hope he keeps it up because I've been saying this for I don't know how long. When he decides to use his legs, when he decides to use his legs, it opens up a different element to his game. And it makes him that much more difficult to deal with. And he did it.
And then also underrated person for me is Odigizou. You talked about this. Him pressuring up the middle when he made that tackle for loss. The guard thought he was gonna go one way. Odigizou went the other way and met Leonard Fournette immediately. I was like, yes.
Wait till you run that back, man. It was beautiful because it wasn't about him going the opposite way because the guard actually attempted to put his hands on him, but Osa got skinny. He dipped his shoulder and got skinny. and knifed right in and got a tackle for loss. Just a beautiful play, man.
Also, my thing is, shout out to Dan Quinn because he said it. He told you, he was like, he was fooling around for the first 4 games. Wait till we come out and I'll show you. And he actually moved Micah Parsons around. So they couldn't just, okay, Micah Parsons at the end. Okay, Micah Parsons right here. He moved him around so you didn't know. It was one play. It didn't confuse Tom, but Tom it was too fast. It was when Micah and Vanderbilt both came at him at once, and Tom tried to throw it, and he couldn't, he whipped it. He bobbled the ball. I said, then the type of thing. So you said it. Mike Evans, sir, we didn't play simple this game. So when you don't play simple and you keep people guessing, it's a whole different ball game.
Can't be. Listen, Dallas being simple, I don't think it's going to work. But when Dallas uses their creativity, that just makes them so much better. Because I think Dak can help try to hide the simplicity as much as you can. But when you're creative and you have a good quarterback, I mean, we talked about this before. When they're both glitching, it's bad. But when they're both on, they're right up there with any offense in the league because you have that guy, I think, at the quarterback position.
Last point, Stephen A., Dan, all your analysis. So go and get ready to go eat that crow because Dan already got it because Shan Sharif already called him out on it. Because he was like, well, I never said that Dak couldn't perform to this level. I'm just saying, no. No, time to eat that crow. So each person, go ahead, line up. Like Law Nathan said, go ahead and get smacked. So, hey, we're going to enjoy today, but hopefully next is up to 49ers. All right, Scott.
Yes, sir.
See you later.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, man. Those dudes, man. Daytime coming. Let's keep it moving. We got a whole lot of calls. Where my guys? I thought I saw you, man. What's up, man? What's good, Marv? How you feeling, Marv? Magic City, Marv.
What up, family? How you been doing?
I'm good. How are you feeling after last night?
Oh, that was beautiful. You know, me and you talked about it. What me and you say? That tight ends, use the tight ends, use his legs, and then what we said, our favorite word, the dink and dunk is back. That's what I wanted. He killed them. You know what I'm saying? Because you see how they play us. After that Denver game, they started playing them linebackers far back because they knew we like to throw 20-yard passes. So he took what they give him. He keep doing that, won't nobody stop him. That's all he got to do. Keep it simple. You ain't got to try to throw a 20, 30-yard pass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And left it wide open. And now only one person. Now, number 7 next week, you got to play bump and run on number 19.
Hey, we'll get to next week. We'll get to next week, bro.
Yeah. But I love the game. Kellen called a good game. Dan Quinn called a good game. It was a perfect game. And then, like you say, I ain't going to get mad at some of the fans. You know, they want to win so bad. So they got to take it out on somebody. It's going to be your quarterback every
Fair
time.
enough.
You know.
Fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough. So, but you got a beautiful show, man. And let's take one game at a time. And we're going to, I'm going to just tell you right now, but we're going to get another 30. It's payback. I love the payback game. And it's 4 teams that we got to pay back. 49ers, Giants, Philly, and Kansas City. All of them payback. Because they, you know what I'm saying? We're going to get the last laugh. And I know right now, Stephen Moore is over there panicking.
Who?
He's panicking right now still. So, but all I got to say, how about them Cowboys? And one game at a time. Good game, Dak Prescott. I'm proud of you.
Appreciate you, Magic City, Marv. One thing I didn't bring up that I brought up at the halftime show, which continued throughout the game, was just kind of his poise and control in the pocket. Now, obviously, that means you have to have solid protection as well. But even when the protection, specifically from the edge, kind of started to close in, just simple step up, he just looked locked in. It just looked so locked in this game, man. And he had a focus in his, even after the game, there was no, and we can do this because we're fans, but there was no satisfaction. It was like, all right, I expected to do this, you know? He said, I know I can do that, right? And he talked about, he admitted, right? Hey, I got greedy. in that Washington game. He said this after the Washington game. I tried to get us going and get a spark and all this and all that. He said, I told the guys on the sideline after the 2 3-and-outs and the defense got us the ball back with their 3-and-outs. Hey, we're good. We just need to get a first down. We'll be all right. And I think that's where that leadership comes into play, where he may not be as rah-rah, but the fact that Dak doesn't get too high or too low allows you to kind of just stay in that game and stay in that moment. Even in the Niners game, it was a bad game in general all around, but they still had a chance because they didn't get too high or too low. They kept fighting and fighting and fighting. That's one thing you can't say. They didn't come out there and fight. They just didn't get it done. Last night, they didn't just fight, right? They delivered the blows. They delivered the punches, and then they finally delivered the knockout punch. El Tino, best game of Dak's career? I think it's up there for sure. I mean, and this was a question we were kind of talking about last night. Given the circumstances, I would not argue with you if you said yes. I mean, it's the playoffs, man. It's on the road. It's against a good defense and a good defensive coordinator. He had 5 touchdowns. I mean, he was damn near perfect. Damn near perfect. So if you say that's his best game, I can dig it. I can dig it. He's had a lot of games where he's played lights out, but this is the playoffs, so I think that gets weighted. Yeah, we talked about Izzy earlier, Twan. Izzy, and I can't wait to watch the film, but I thought he's fantastic. In fact, I didn't put him on the grown folk table, but when we did the cookout, I brought up Izzy being a candidate to be at the grown folk table because he just looked like he belonged, man. I talked about his mental maturity, his physicality. He didn't look like a second-year player that was unsure of himself in his rookie year. He looked like I'm coming for somebody's job after this season is over. So, yeah, we brought up Izzy, and we'll probably talk about him a little bit more throughout the season. I mean, throughout this postseason. Iceberg Slim. You know? Not gonna lie to you. It'd have been nice to see a little bit of Malik Davis. You know what I said earlier. All right, let's keep it moving. We got a few more that I recognize and then a few that I don't quite remember. My Redding brother. What's good?
Good morning. God bless you in the show. And I'm going to tell you one thing. Dak is a man. His mental state, he proved it yesterday. Because all the stuff that he's been going through, for him to play like he said, we got a leader. He's a leader. And I know the guys in the locker room, they look at him and say, yeah, he can lead us to big things. I really do think. And if we play like that against San Fran, we can beat them. We just got to, play good defense. And I really think that we can beat them. But, for all those Dak haters, I guess he proved to you that he is the leader. God bless the Cowboys and God bless you and the family and the show and your boy Voss. I haven't been calling because I've been going through a couple of things, but God bless you and y'all keep this show keep on going. All right, bro?
All right, God bless you as well, my Redding brother, and hope everything gets better for you, man.
You know that one.
One. Oh, we still using one. I remember one. That's how I know he's from where I'm from. And then this one right here, Miss Queen. The floor is yours.
What, Will?
How you feeling? I'm just giddy to hear from you after that victory. I'm just giddy. What you got?
First off, how about them Cowboys?
How about them?
How about them Cowboys? And can I speak my mind?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so I kind of stopped. I think I stopped Kellen running the tent for a second. You know what I'm saying? After Mike McCarthy got in his face. Do you remember that?
No, I didn't see him run into the tent. What did he run into the tent to do?
Oh, he had to go get a piece of that coaching so he can get his mind right.
Oh, Miss Queen. So you mean to tell me, Miss Queen, that 1 second here, he went to the tent to get his treatment from Boston Scientific. He's one of the 39 million men that suffer from ED.
That's right.
And he had to go to edcure.org to get his help, right? He had a condition, so he took one of those customized content things that put him at a high risk, right? So if you're like Kellen Moore, you can go with edcure.org, brought to you by Boston Scientific. That's what it sounds like, right? But take it away, Miss Queen.
Yeah, that's right, Boston Scientific, honey. My husband is happy with his product. Anyway, and Maher, he's either in the lost Maher. Yeah, y'all say Maher.
Yeah.
He's either in somebody's bag in Vegas, or Jerry need to get him a platter of pussy.
Oh,
I don't know what's going on.
Hey.
What's going on? Let him hang, Cowboy Nation. I'm out of here, Will.
We love you, Miss Queen. Oh, with that said, listen, y'all, make sure y'all get a drink and let's take a pause because we're having a good time today.
You're listening to A to Z Sports.
Do it live!
At some point, hoping to broadcast
In front of the millions.
She said.
of Cowboys fans to bring you the real. But for now, strap up and here's your host, Skywalker Steel.
I just knew.
Skywalker, I'm here to rescue you.
I'm here to rescue you. I just knew where this was going. I'm telling you, Boston Scientific, if you need a female marketing agent, I got you. I got one for you. Just give me a finder's fee. That's all I ask. Woo! What's good with Brett, though, man? Brett screwed Brett. If you know who that is, shout out to you. Brett screwed Brett last night, man. He had a chance. Listen, now, they said that the Cowboys aren't going to go with another kicker. They're going to see if he can get over this mental hurdle. 5 missed extra points in a row at one point. 1 for 6 over his last 6. Can't do that, man. But what is that? What is the platter cooter? She said, man. God, I love y'all. Y'all funny. What you talking about here, man? Queen and JR for Boston Scientific equals Shaq and Kobe. Facts, L. Facts. No, sir. No, sir, Jay. We can't. We ain't promoting that one. We ain't promoting that one. She did bless us and then dip. 240. What it is, what it do.
Hey, how's it going? How's it going, bro?
It's going great, man. I'm feeling wonderful.
I'm feeling well this morning as well. I loved the game yesterday. Watched through and through, jersey and cup in hand. But one thing I think the most important step that a lot of people are overlooking is 2-15. The discipline these guys showed this game. No penalties. I mean, there were a few missed ones. I think there was one in the end zone on
hey, we need those.
Godwin.
We need
that
them.
might not have got called, but hey,
yeah.
Happens to everybody. But that 2-15 number, the most important thing, the discipline these guys showed this game,
Mm-hmm.
the poise Dak had in the pocket, everybody working together, just made up for that win. And if we could continue that going forward, we'll be good. Can't just keying in on those. I think the way we use our tight ends might have just been one of the best things we had. And I think that's really going to help carrying over because if CD's not having a good game, of course, Gallup can step up here and there. Noah Brown going to step up, but we need to get those yards. And when people shut down CD, we can't do much. But, hey, they got it done today. That Maher stuff, I don't really know what's happening with that. But, you know, it seemed like, honestly, when the first two got missed, it seemed like it was going to be one of those Stephen A things where if there's a will, there's a way, but they showed out still. And I'm just happy we got it done. Moving on to San Francisco, we still have a lot of things we can do and just continue to improve on. But yesterday was a big game. Proud of my boys.
Yeah.
Proud of everybody here. Let's keep it moving, guys. Let's keep it going.
Yes, sir. Good call, man. Appreciate you, dog. Yeah, that's a point that I don't know will be talked about enough this week. Last year, 14 penalties. Last night, 2. And this has been a reoccurring theme over the last, month of the season or so. Dallas has been averaging about 3 penalties a game, down from 9. They were leading the league at 9 penalties a game for majority of the season. But about the last month or so of the season, it's been cleaned up. And McCarthy said that was something they were going to work on after Thanksgiving when they had 13 penalties but came away with the victory. In the pregame show, you got to watch these things, man. We talked about, how Cowboys can win, or why the Cowboys win if, Cowboys lose if. And for me, it was simple. Like, they're better than this team, but if they don't play clean, they'll be in trouble. So I said the Cowboys win if they're clean. And clean meant, obviously, turnovers. Can't have turnovers. Clean meant can't have penalties. Right? You just can't have penalties. And to go 2 for 15 on the road against that defense and against that quarterback, I don't care if he's 56. I think that's fantastic. And I think that man needs to get credit for that turnaround. We got about 4 more left here. 716. What it do?
Well, good morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, my Dallas family. Well, first of all, I just wanted to take you for a little walk down memory lane because I've been thinking about this for the past couple of weeks. Let's go back to August, baby, down in training camp, Oxnard. You hear that? Do you hear that in my background? That's my dog.
It's cool, brother. If it's your dog, it's all good. We good to go. I got you here loud and clear.
Well, I'm glad he's barking because if you remember the Cowboys mantra back in August, they've had this game with San Francisco circled, and this team San Francisco circled, the big dog, they called it. Bring out the big dog after that loss last year in the wild card. And last night they came out and they played like the big dog. And that's why I'm so looking forward to this week. Now, I go back to the 1980 with this team and losing to San Francisco with the Cats. Well, I can go and touch on that game, but I won't. And then, of course, the 3 championship games to go to the Super Bowl in the 90s. The Cowboys can either walk out of this game on Sunday against San Francisco and send Brock Purdy to Kurt Warner's status back in 1999, or shut this team up and play like the big dog. You recall how San Francisco came out of the tunnel last year at AT&T Stadium? The Dallas Cowboys had come out with a DJ in a sound booth. Play loose because you got nothing to lose and play like the big dog. Well, love your show. Love my Cowboy family. Let's go Cowboys.
Appreciate you. Good call. And Sparky in the background, he hyped too. That was Sparky saying, let's go Cowboys. Yeah, they came out. Oh, and he probably had to go because of the dog, and that's fine, brother. I got my dog right out here. He said something right there, though, and I want to put a pin in that when we go throughout the rest of this week. They came out there with nothing to lose. They were already fighting to get into the playoffs. Dallas had the pressure. Home game, ain't win a playoff game, and yada, yada. That was pressure for Dallas. For them, it's, hey, man, we ain't supposed to be here. We had to fight and claw. We had to win last week to get here. They won 11 in a row. You could say, oh, well, Brock Purdy, they got nothing to lose. They won 11 in a row. They're the NFC favorite by a lot. They're the darlings now. They're at home now. I think Dallas is going in there with nothing to lose. They're not favored. No one expects them to win. And again, we'll talk about this throughout the week, but they are the underdogs. And I think they should lean into it. I think they should lean into the corporate rock of the NFC. And we'll talk about that throughout the week. Shout out to Sparky. The caller was a fugitive. Yeah, what's interesting about that one? I see Danny's name popping up around here. I don't where he at? I don't know. I don't see him, man. I don't know. I'm curious to know how he feels about this one. I'm curious to know about a couple of these other D's nuts dude or whatever his name is, because he get on my goddamn nerves too. Where y'all at, man? Come through. It's cool. The water is warm. See, you should want to eat this type of crow. fried up, some hot sauce on it, some spices. You should want to eat that. See, I can't hide from y'all. I say something about a player, I got to come on. Hey, man, listen, I said X, Y, Z, but he playing well. Now, how you watch this man and write him off? Crazy. Yo. Can't wait for later. 469. Good morning. What it is? What it do?
What's up, man? Remember a few weeks ago, this is what I told you. This is what I wanted to see with McQuamu, Bland, and Williams on the field. This is what I wanted to see because
Wilson?
I knew this would be the result. What's that?
You mean Wilson?
Wilson? No, Williams.
Williams.
Sam Williams.
Oh, well, you said all these DBs. I'm like, we don't got a Williams in the back, but
No. Bland, Williams, and McQuamu. This is what I wanted to see because this I felt like the defense would be a little bit more stout because of coverage. I know we had issues with Wright and Joseph, so I felt like McQuamu would be stronger. And he was, even though he was holding it a little bit, but it was deceptive.
I'll take it.
True enough. I'll give Kellen Moore his praise because he called a very good game, even though it was a little bit slow at the beginning. I feel like everybody pretty much did their job. Next week, though, I feel like we need to unleash Williams a lot, put pressure in Brock Purdy's face because he's never seen a defensive attack like this. If we do what we're supposed to, like we did early on in the season, I feel we'll be very successful. And yeah, go Cowboys.
Go Cowboys, man. Appreciate it. Good call.
All right.
Yes, sir, man. Izzy, I can't wait to watch the film on his deployment, right? Like how they deployed Israel in this game. I couldn't quite remember if it coincided with J-Ron kind of getting banged up. And two, I saw Professor O bring up cover 2 in this game. It was a play that they came out in, and we talked about, man, they got to be able to disguise this cover 2. I think they can't just sit back there and just let Tom Brady pick them apart. There was a play where they had like a triangular formation. I don't know, coaches, if for you guys that coach football, if there's a specific term for this. But they had Dono, I think, in the middle. I want to say Hooker and J-Ron kind of in like this triangular formation. Oh, I know what it was. I think it was one of them was in a kind of single high look, and then the other two was in front of them in a kind of a triangular look. And then at the snap, one of them came down. Hooker went into a cover 2 look, 2 high look. Dono sprinted back into 2 high look, and I think it was a productive play for the defense. And we saw on the film last week when we looked at the film, you got to do things y'all? Post snap. And DQ talked about, hey, we're going to have to mix this thing up. We're going to have to confuse him, get after him post snap, because pre-snap is Tom Brady. He's seen everything. Post snap, we got to confuse him. And I think they did that with Tom. And then the pressure. I mean, it's a chicken and egg conversation, but without the pressure, you're not going to get these inaccurate throws. And Tom Brady was not comfortable all night. The interception, he even went like this. That's on me, yada, yada, because he was trying to throw the ball away from the pressure. I think Micah or Osa or somebody got in the backfield. You saw a couple sacks. You saw QB hits. The pressure was constant in this game, and he never, ever, ever was able to get comfortable until it didn't matter anymore, 31-6. So, yeah, I can't wait to – listen, I'm going to love the offensive film because there was – Dak Prescott did this, right? But I want to see how they deploy. I just want to see the defense, man, and just kind of the chess match that Dan Quinn was playing because it looked like it was in a creative way. And I obviously want to see how Izzy was used as well. It's going to be fun. Film is going to be fun this week on all platforms. So make sure y'all plugged in everywhere, especially for my folks from the round table, right? Vach, Okoye, Foots, Law. Everybody's going to have something about this game with their perspective, and it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. 3, 2, 1. What it is, what it do.
What's good, bro?
What's up, man?
Not much, man. This is Lamont from the 321.
Lamont, man, what's good?
Bro, calling in.
How you feeling this morning on this
Why
victory
call
Tuesday?
in?
Huh?
I'm feeling good, bro. Like, I know my brother called in last week. He's like, man, he was doing that 5. That should have put it and said Dak last 5 touchdowns, boy. It would have been right.
I don't know if you're going under a bridge, brother, but I ain't heard nothing you said. You was cutting in and out. But go ahead.
Sorry. Did you repeat that?
I might have to let you go, Lamont. I can't. You're cutting in and out, brother.
Can you hear me clearly now?
I mean, you can go ahead and try to get your point across, but we'll see if it keeps cutting out.
No, it's probably the area there, bro. No, I'm just saying that I was very, very happy with the way we played.
Gotta let you go, Lamont. Sorry, brother. It just was going in and out. We'll try to get Shavance one more time. Shavance, you there? Hello? Shavance. Come on.
Shavance?
Let's see if I could mess with his dream.
Shavance, wake up. Shavance, bring them to me. Wow.
Yeah. God, this car is. All right, let's try to move. Damn, dog. Fall asleep on all right, man. That's enough fun for Savans. What? How you fall asleep, bro? On a day like this? Y'all good over? What y'all talking about? Oh, what I do? No, man. Listen, Shavance, we tried to wake him up. We tried to wake him up. He fell asleep. Anybody else want to call it? I'm gonna open these lines up. I'm opening back up. Listen, I cannot end the show, the phone call show, on that. In fact, let me see. Let me see if he woke back up. He need a CPAP machine. Somebody check on Shavance. Oh my God, that's good. Hey, Shavance, thank you, B Bird. Did he wake up?
Man, that dude partied last night, huh?
Shavance is gone. Oh my gosh, what is happening?
I do not know, man. It's too late in the morning to be going to sleep like that, man.
It's 10 o'clock my side. It's 11 o'clock on the eastern side. Maybe he's from the West Coast. Maybe it's 7 o'clock there or whatever it is, 8 o'clock. But how are you not amped after that game?
Well, maybe he was too amped last night, man. That might be what it was, man.
Ain't no excuse. I'm up. What's good, brother?
Hey, man, for one thing, I got a buddy of mine, man. He's a Cowboy fan, but he's a Dak hater.
Yeah.
But their silence is deafening right now. I get all kind of texts about after the Washington game about Cooper Rush and this other kind of stuff. But I get nothing after this game. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not texting him anything either. You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, his Dak's work speaks for itself out there. So I ain't got to text him or whatever.
Yeah.
But I was calling because I wanted to kind of
talk about a little bit of something that you said. I really think I was thinking about it last night with the San Francisco game coming up, and not trying to move on so fast, just looking in the future. This team really played well yesterday. I wanted to go to beat Tom Brady. I thought that would give us a lot of confidence. This team needs confidence, right? They need to go and win games that they could put up on the wall and say, look what we did, man. We did what nobody else said. This team plays better as an underdog. This team plays better when everything is going against them. And when all the pundits are saying, they can't win, Tom Brady's 7-0, I think it relieves some of the pressure off of them. Wow, hey, nobody thinks we're going to win anyway, so let's just go out there and play. And I like the Dak that I saw last night, not just to play, but in his eyes. When some good things started happening for him, it went well. Now, the thing about San Francisco, if you really think about this thing, and I did send you a chat. I didn't know I was going to talk. The tables have really been turned this year.
I got to get to those.
But we last year we didn't have much adversity at all. We had a few things, but we've had a lot of adversity this year that we had to overcome. We had a hurt quarterback.
Yeah.
We had offensive line shuffle. We've lost some games and been under a lot of scrutiny, just like Cowboys are. And so we coming into this playoff battle tested, man. Look at San Fran. They're not. They're coming in. Hey, they kind of cruise through the year. And then going into this game, they're going to be favorites, and they're going to be playing at home. The pressure is on them. We're going to come in, I think, and play loose. I think we're the better team. Just like I thought we was the better team last night going into the game. I just wanted us to play up to who we were. I think we go and play up to who we are in San Francisco, and I think we win that game, man. I just feel real good about this situation. I feel real good after this win. I thought this game was going to be something that was going to either make major changes in the offseason if we lost, or if we win, it's going to give our team the confidence to know that we can go in and beat the GOAT. We can go in and beat Brock Purdy. So, hey, man, that's all I wanted to just say, man, and I'm going to listen to you off air, man. I appreciate you letting me in.
Thank you for calling in. I appreciate you, sir.
Yeah. All right.
Now, I opened up the lines and the floodgates came in. I don't know if I'm going to get through everyone. We'll see here. We'll see here. But, man, he was making some good points, but y'all know me. I'm a goddamn fool. And we already in overtime, and I'm tired, too. Like, y'all can't see it. My eyes feel like it's like they're like 10 pounds right now. Like 10 pounds. But Lemitra, oh, Lord. Lemitra said... that platter he would do it to you. Fellas, we all been there. We all been there. If it's a good platter. You know what? This ain't for this show. We just gonna chill. But Lemitra, hilarious. Hilarious. Boy, put him to... Hold on, y'all. You want to see if he's... Let's see something real quick. Shavance? Now it sounds like the Brood intro. Did his phone drop? It's like, man, we got to get somebody to check on Shavance for real. You might need a CPAP machine, bro. I'm getting nervous. Y'all ever see Joe Coy? Joe Coy talked about this, what happened when you suffering from that situation. Yeah, it sounds like that's what's happening right now. Oh, Toxic. Tom called then. Toxic. How we feeling today, mate?
First off, Shavance, wake up. Someone get this man running up that hill to save him right now.
Oh, my gosh. He had to drop his phone because at first it was up close. It was, and now it's.
He sounds possessed. That's what he sounds like right now.
Golly.
I will say this. I stayed up really late last night. I always watch the games alone downstairs in my basement because my wife sees my inner toxicity come out when the Cowboys play. I will say that I am very happy that we got a complete 180 from what we saw from last year. Glad that Tampa Bay didn't have a boombox out there to scare us. I'm kidding. Just really glad that as soon as it looked like after those first 2 drives, and I was just like you thinking, oh, really, dude, this is how we're going to come out? They flipped that script, and they were like, all right, hold my beer. And they beat the brakes off that team. And they didn't stop. And I'm glad they didn't go into the second half and just go, whoa, okay, let's kill the clock. They're like, no, we're going to kill this guy, and we're going to make sure he ain't coming back. This is what I expect from the Cowboys, and this is what I expect from this coaching staff, because now we got a taste. I want to see it again now and again, 3 more times. Do it 3 more times, and this turns into something different. You want to be a legend in Dallas? This is how you do it.
Facts.
I am happy that, I'm happy that they got that monkey off their back the first time since 1992. I hope Mike McCarthy takes those pictures of those kids that they had to get the team motivated for when the last time they won a road playoff game. And I hope they bring those pictures with them and say, hey, this is the last time we won a divisional playoff game. And he either brings watermelons or whatever. Just, if they beat the 49ers, I'm probably going to shave my head and probably, I don't even know what I'm going to do, but I'm really encouraged now to see that this is the best chance probably since 2007 that this team is in position to kill this Rowdy curse. That's all I got to say. There's a lot of people on the line. Congrats, Dallas Cowboys Nation. We deserve this. Thank you.
Hell yeah, we did. Appreciate you, Tom. Hell yeah, we did, man. He said something right there, though. Might be the best chance since 07. Remember 07, it was Eli who got it done. So it wasn't like you was going through a super gauntlet. You ain't going through no crazy gauntlet this year, in my opinion. You ain't. I'm sorry, I can't leave this alone. Hold on. Telling you. What's the difference between what he sound like and this? It's a brood. Yo, if you watch WWE, fam, that's the brood intro now. Y'all ready? Listen, it's your fans. The Gangrel was on the line. All he needs is the cup. Hold on, we're going to play this. See if he wake up. What we got up next? 214. What's good, bro? Hey, YouTube gonna cancel me today. 214, you live, bro.
Will.
There you go.
Skywalker Steel.
What's up, man?
Big B Brian from the Cochran firm.
Hey, listen, we got Brian from the Cochran firm because Cochran cares. How you feeling today?
Oh man, I feel like the albatross is off the neck. I feel great. It's freedom, and I'm going to call this Triumphant Tuesday.
I love it.
And you and I talked earlier in the season when everybody was falling in love with Cooper Rush, saying, "Well, maybe he's the answer. Maybe he's the one who's going to take us all the way."
No, I wasn't saying that.
Oh, I know, but you know that Cooper Rush bandwagon was filling up.
It was.
And you and I both said this team goes as far as Dak Prescott takes them, and he clearly has the talent. And last night, finally, it came through. And look at the 4 quarterbacks left. Will, in the NFC, you got Mr. Irrelevant, and granted, he's done an amazing job, but has he really been that uncomfortable in those 6 games? You got Jalen Hurts, who's he's showed himself in college to be a great quarterback, and he's had a great year, but is he really tested in the playoffs? And you got Dimes, who had a great game, and now everybody wants to, put him in the Hall of Fame and say he's Tom Brady too. I like our chances, Will, in the Final Four in the NFC. I really do.
Yeah. Look, we should be rooting for Danny Dimes, by the way, on Saturday, because
no doubt,
how dope would this be? If they win and the Cowboys beat the Niners, you're talking about an NFC Championship game in Dallas.
It's Jerry World.
Come
Can
on.
you imagine?
Come on.
Hey, it can happen. It can happen.
Absolutely. Man, listen, you watched the playoffs this weekend. Aside from our game where we blew them out in the Niners game, which that was close for a while, those games were tight.
Yeah. That was 1 point at halftime. They were down.
Yeah.
Look, our defense, and look, with LVE back, I think that adds a different element, and with Hankins too. The Niners have not faced our kind of defense in this run that they've had. They beat the Commanders, but the Commanders' defense wasn't playing as well as they did against us. It'll be interesting to see if Purdy, if you can make him uncomfortable, if Micah can get in the backfield, what's going to happen? And the first time Purdy makes a mistake, is that going to get in his head, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I know we're going to be the underdog, but we were in 1993. I just feel like this is a team that they finally got over that hump of that road win. 30 years, Will.
30.
I mean, hell, I was right out of law school when we won the
me and you
Super
both.
Bowl
Me
that
and
year.
you both, man. We just getting out of college, you know.
Yeah, I feel like this is a team. We have the talent to compete with any of these NFC teams that are left. Why can't we go to the Super Bowl?
100%. I mean, listen, it was getting over this hurdle, this hump, whatever you want to call it. Now you have the advantage at quarterback. You may not have the advantage in other areas, right? But you got the advantage at quarterback, and that's going to give you a shot. No matter what, it's going to give you a shot.
We got the most experienced quarterback left playing in the NFC.
Yeah. We were talking about that earlier.
By 3 years.
And I was shocked to hear that, right? Like, I thought coming into the game we had the best quarterback in the NFC, but now you're like, wait, he's the most experienced in the NFC. And you saw, I think, that experience come into factor. Yeah, got off to a slow start. When I say slow start, I mean the first two possessions, and then he just stayed calm and turned it the hell on, man.
I mean, Hurts has only played one playoff game, Purdy only one playoff game, and Dimes one playoff game. Think about it.
Yeah, and one's a rookie. And this stat going for a shout out to Space Cowboy. No rookie quarterback has made it to the divisional round in like the last 20 years or something. It might be ever, honestly. But in a long, long time. And the last rookie to play in the divisional round was Dak Prescott in 2016.
Wow. Well, I mean, it's hard to believe he's 2016 was it's his time. Well, it is his time.
For sure.
And I'm feeling the positive vibe this morning, and we got to wake that guy up because we're getting ready to go on a roll.
Facts. Appreciate you, Brian. Hey, let them know though where they can contact you guys. We got the number and everything, but let them know a little bit about you.
That's right. We're doing personal injury in Dallas, represent people who get hurt in car wrecks, truck wrecks, motorcycle wrecks, any kind of workplace incidents, things like that. Give us a call at 1-800-THE-FIRM. That's 1-800-THE-FIRM. We're all over Texas, Dallas, Fort Worth, and Houston, and we love being partners with A to Z. And let's take this partnership all the way to Phoenix in February, my friend.
Ooh, let's do it. I know if that happens, you probably going to try to go, ain't you?
Oh, I'll be there.
I already know it, man. Appreciate you calling in, Brian.
All right, let's go.
Y'all want to keep this party going? Do y'all want to keep this party going? I'll leave it up to y'all. I done caught a second win. I'll do this for y'all. Better calls. Y'all want to keep this party going? Drop some fire emojis in the chat. Let me know. I'll leave it up to y'all. Because more people calling in. Hold up. Now we got to do our daily check-in on Shavans. Okay. Okay, still breathing. I just had to make sure that Shavance was still breathing, y'all. But let's bring in. Hey, yo, what you got to say about your one and done Cowboys, Danny?
Yo.
Danny, cat got your tongue?
You talking to me? Am I on?
Yeah. I said, Danny, what you got to say about your one and done Cowboys?
I apologize, Sky. I couldn't hear you.
All good, man. We good now. We here, brother.
I did one of the new uploads on my iPhone, and it's an accident. So to the.
Gotcha. The iPhone, they bugged it.
Yo,
Yeah,
a real man can admit when he's wrong.
That's facts.
I was wrong. I'm gonna keep this positive.
Okay.
We saw signs last night of old Dak. What I mean is him running the ball when he saw an opening. I think the tight ends playing a heavy set really confused Tampa because then we out physical. We out physical them. We beat them up in the first half, and then we ran in the second half.
Yeah.
Listen, we got to find a left tackle because Tyler Smith, he was laying a beating on Vita Vea. You can go back and watch the tape. He was stonewalling them. And I know the 49ers, they got two big defensive tackles. They got the one kid, it might be Armstead, I think. I'm not sure, so I don't know. I don't know if Peters is going to be back.
They got Armstead in the middle, yeah.
Yeah, so I would love to have Tyler Smith at left guard than McGovern, but I don't know. I think they said Peters' hip. You might know more. You definitely know more about that.
Well, listen, bro. Peters he's a man. He's 40, you know. So
I'm a man. I'm 40.
Yeah.
when you're dealing with hips, I got a feeling he's going to be done. I haven't heard anything, but I'll be shocked.
I got that feeling too.
Yeah.
But like the caller before me said, listen, I don't think Brock Purdy has not seen anything like this defense.
No.
Listen, we put Diggs. Listen, we shadowed Deebo Samuel with Diggs, take him out of the game, and then we just throw every blitz we got at Brock Purdy. We could beat this team. We could beat San Fran.
Well,
I mean, they're acting like their kid Purdy is the next Joe Montana.
No, and the funny thing is, aside from this game, like I root for Purdy because I love the story. He's a swashbuckling, reminds me of Tony Romo running around. Right. But it's not Brock Purdy that is the thing that concerns you offensively. And again, I don't want to get too far ahead. It's Kyle Shanahan. Like that's the guy that makes that thing roll in San Fran. Here it's 4. There it's Shanahan, without a doubt, right? And then on the other side of the ball, we keep saying Brock hasn't seen a defense like this. He's played some decent defenses or whatever, right? Like they've went through a few decent defenses, but not a whole lot. But the other side, and I hate to go forward, but I'll put a pin in this. I looked at their schedule during this run, right? They haven't played a quarterback like this. I'm looking here. Arizona, Geno has played well, but he ain't Dak. Washington, Seattle, Tampa. Tom has been playing terrible this year. Miami, I guess you can go Miami, right? Like Miami, I'll give them that. I'll give them to Miami. New Orleans, and they did do well against the Chargers, so I'll give them Herbert too, right? But they haven't really played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straight weeks now. They've been kind of coasting up with Brock Purdy, playing against, to me, mid quarterbacks for the last 6 weeks.
No, I agree with you, and also like they're due for a loss.
Yeah.
They're not this great machine everyone thinks there is. If Dan Quinn can work his magic, throw some blitzes at him. I'm going to say the one tiny, tiny negative thing, I just thought Kellen got a tiny, tiny, tiny bit conservative at the end of the third, early fourth. I thought he got a tiny, tiny bit. That's my only negative. That and the kicker. They should have left his ass in Tampa last night. I would have left his ass at the baggage claim. I don't know who he owed. I got an idea who he owed down there.
Danny, it sounded like he owed you.
5 extra points. Come on, man. Can you make
crazy.
it any? Come on, man.
That's crazy.
How
bro.
can you? But I mean, how can you make it any more obvious? 1 versus Washington, and then 4. Yo, not for nothing. He pulled that against the 49ers. Listen,
100%.
I'm staying out of that one, but I mean, even Aikman said I think Dallas is going to be trying out kickers this week.
But they not.
I mean, listen, it was good weather. It's not like he was kicking an 80-mile-an-hour winds. It was in Tampa, Florida last night, and the guy misses 4.
And now they about to go outdoors again. So, hey, man, listen, that's the only thing from that game I came away from like, what the hell, man? What's going on there?
I mean, that was obvious. He owed somebody something. I mean, come on. So, listen.
You ever see the replacements? Hey, y'all.
And also, one fact is, I'm sure there's other people behind me. Listen, the fact that Philly and Giants play Saturday, if the Giants upset Philly, I'm telling you, Sunday, Dallas is going to have some extra pep in their step, knowing if they win, the NFC Championship game is in Dallas. They're going to have extra pep in their step on Sunday.
If the Giants beat Philly, if I'm Jerry, somebody got to get a extra check. I'm just saying, somebody got to get an extra check just to ensure that we get to this championship. I don't care. I told you I don't care. But appreciate you calling in, Danny, and owning up to it, man.
You got it, Sky. I'll be listening to you and Voch later on, 306.
Yes, sir.
You got it. Talk to you later. Bye.
See, I can appreciate that from Danny. Because then I called Danny the villain. He plays the villain role very, very well. And I said, listen, it's just borderline a bit now at this point. But you came in here, you owned up to it. I appreciate those type. All right, I'm definitely not going to be going through all these calls. Sorry, we done got about 10 or more on here, so I got to get to a couple of the OGs. I got to save some energy for later, and we can definitely carry this over to tomorrow. I am literally on about 3 hours of sleep. No joke. But we here, we live, and we're going to push through a little bit. What's up, Ted? Okay, Rick, before we move on, Rick, just give us your analysis on LVE in this game, because me and you were kind of like, now you were a little bit harsher, but we both were like, man, look, let's see what we got elsewhere in the LVE situation. But you was like, man, mother LVE. But how you feeling about him in the game that he played last night?
Hey man, I feel good about LV, a little bit better about LV, man, because by us missing him, it showed it was a hole in that defense. You know what I mean? He plays a big part. That's all I've been wanting from LV over the years, man. Play big. You a first round draft pick. You got a C in your chest. Come on, man, play big, bruh. That's all I ask from him, because if he play big in the middle, we good. Everybody else gonna play their job. Everybody else gonna do their job, and he got better at calling the calls, putting these players out where they need to be at in the right position. That's all I wanted from LVE. And now he making plays on the ball. Just come down with the ball. You heard what Tom Brady said to him at the end of the game. He said, "Yeah, I think you got your hands on too. Next time, make the catch." You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He said that to him last night. I've seen him, but. Yeah, LVE, he good, man. Hey, man, if this is what we going to get out of LVE the rest of the way, I'm all for it.
Playoff
Ain't got nothing bad to say. Hey, I'm all for it, man. I apologize to Rome on his channel last night about that, because he was getting on me too, man. He was going back and forth about that too in the beginning of the year about LVE. And I had to give him his flowers. I said, yeah, LVE doing his job. That's all I want. That's all I want.
That's all it's about. I'm going to call out what I see at the moment. And if that is rectified, then God dang it, you're gonna get your flowers. That's just how it is.
Yeah. Hey man, he had a decent season, man. He had an improvement season from the last couple of years. So I gotta give him his flowers, man. So my thing is like this: whatever, man. We all we got, man. I can't down none of these players. I can't say too much to none of these fans. Our fans, man. We all we got, man. And that's what's going to help us get through this situation, because we got a juggernaut coming up next. Yeah. And it's all hands on deck. You know what I mean? My thing is like this, man. Number 4, that's my dog.
Keep doing what you do,
Come on, man.
And the offensive line, they stepped up big last night. And we're going to need to step up even bigger, man. The team played like a team last night. You know what I mean? But at the same time, yo, man, they need to be out there pump some more confidence into our kicker, man. Let them know, like, yo, bro, we need you, man. Like, just get that out your head. You made your last extra point. You know what I mean? Get that out your head, man. We're going to need you the rest of the route, man. You've been doing your thing the whole year. We ain't going to give up on you now. So that's the thing. Everybody got it. All hands on deck, and everybody got to have each other back, man. And let's enjoy this, man. For this 24-hour, let's enjoy it. Like Mike said, they enjoyed their flight. Once they touch down, it's all about San Fran.
Yeah.
And us, let's finish enjoying this today, Victory Monday.
Yep.
Victory Tuesday. After that, it's on the San Fran.
Yeah, we on the San Fran tomorrow. Sure.
I want my lick. I want my lick back from last year. I was pissed about that because I felt like we should have won that.
Facts.
So that's all I gotta say. A good win, Cowboy Nation. Let's keep that positivity going. We got to go into San Francisco, enemy territory, and go get this win, man. We can beat them bumps. Peace.
Ooh-wee. Yeah, you know what slipped my mind? That today was Tuesday. So tomorrow probably was gonna move on anyway, but we definitely got to move on tomorrow and get to this Niners. I want to watch some film with y'all. Thursday, Friday, maybe. I think we're gonna do film tomorrow, and then we'll do Niners Thursday, Friday. So we'll extend this a little bit longer, but the film is going to be more purposeful. This is more celebratory for the day. More celebratory for the day, man. I appreciate Reek for that. See, Reek. Who else was it there? Danny. I just need a few of these other folk. Come on down. But nah. Reek ain't in the same line as some of these other people at all, man. At all. Good stuff, Reek. As for Brett Maher, all jokes aside, they're not bringing another kicker. I probably don't think they should cut him and sign another kicker. All jokes aside, you do got to rally behind him. And I love what Dak Prescott said in the press conference. He was pissed off, wanted to go for 2 as he should, because he said, we're in a moment, man. We're emotional. We're in a moment. But he said afterwards, he went over to him and told him, hey, look, man, keep your head up. We all have these days. I played like shit last week. It happens, right? And that's what this was. Or we took the money. I don't know which one. But it just seemed like he had the yips. He choked it up a little bit in this game. But I don't think they're going to sign another kicker going into San Fran. Now, if it happens next week, totally different discussion. But I think you just got to rally behind him, like Reek said, and you just hope this was the bad one. This was the one game, get it out your system, and it happened to be in a game where you really didn't need him, right? But he was the only thing that had me slightly worried about a potential choke job, right? Like, you go from being up potentially 21-0 to 18-0 at halftime. And we talked about this on Vacha's show. I think the magic number was 24 because they really can't score 30 points. Or hell, they was barely scoring 24 points. They averaged 18 points per game. I'm like, man, what if we come out here in this damn second half and we don't score, they score, and instead of being up 3 touchdowns, it's now a 2-possession game in the sense of they don't even need a 2-point conversion or an extra point. They could just score 2 tutties and it's a tie ball game and miss both extra points. Like, I was a little nervous. That had me nervous. Then we got the touchdown, went up 24-0, and I'm like, it's game over. It's ball game's over. Yeah, so DJ. Okay, that's the other one I recognize. DJ, what's goody, man?
Skywalker Steel.
Yes, sir.
Number one, I need to make sure that I'm clear. How are you doing this morning, brother?
Brother, I am doing fantastic.
I am Smack Talker Skywalker, and I got a mic saber for a hater.
Yes, sir. DJ, you there? Did I kick you out?
Bad as you, but I can definitely guarantee I'm tired. I watched the game 3 times last night. I watched it once during the game, once as a celebratory party again, and then we hit the after party afterwards. So we watched the game through 3 times last night. What I can tell you is, my goodness, how beautiful was it while it was happening
Yeah.
To see decisions being made by Dak, and every single time it was the right one. Not just like the only risky throw was, I would probably say, was down to Schultz down the sideline or Gallup in the back of the end zone, and both of those panned out because Dak is just that guy.
I would say
Number one.
the most risky throw was 2nd and 15 after the full start, and he threaded the needle and got it to CeeDee Lamb. And then he had one at the end of the game where he threw off his back foot to kind of, and I was like, oh, that was really the only bad one. If you want a bad decision, other than that, man, it was lights out.
Man, and hey, CD crossed the face on the post, bro. He crossed the safety's face. Oh my God. Oh, hey, man, like
he did.
The level of which these guys came out. Oh, go ahead. It's your show.
No, I'm saying you're right. He did. I'm just ad-libbing.
Oh, okay. But he crossed the safety, like everything. I mean, shouts out to Kellen and Dan Quinn because they got to watch this show. They got to watch this, and they got to watch Vodka 306 because everything that we've been saying for the past month, everything y'all been saying for the past month, it came to fruition, brother. It came to fruition. And it's funny. I don't know if you watch boxing, but there's the boxer named Vasily Lomachenko, who is as technically sound as anybody who's ever been in the game. And what they say early in his fights is that he downloads information. Right? He downloads this information, and then he proceeds to just smoke whoever he's fighting. Like the first couple rounds, it's pretty even. He's just defending, filling it out, and then all of a sudden he just goes on this onslaught and he gets people to quit. And that's what happened. And the fact of the matter is, the first person to quit on Tampa Bay last night was Tom Brady because he saw it. He knew there's nothing he could do. And that's the moment. It was about midway through the second quarter, and you saw it on his face.
Yeah.
And you could see how he was going through. And it was after the pick. It was after the pick, but it was on that next drive after. If you go back through the film or you go back through the broadcast view, you see his whole body language change. Like, oh, shit, like this is – all right, this is what it is. Well, we got to make it to the end of the game, but you could tell that he quit. And then it proceeded to just spread out throughout the entire Tampa Bay team on the sideline. And that's the team. That's exactly what they did to Minnesota. They got Kirk Cousins to quit, and then the rest of the team followed. And if they can do that, which it'll be a little bit different with San Fran, which we'll get to them. I don't want to hear nothing, by the way. I don't want to hear nothing about San Fran. I don't want to hear nothing about Tom Brady. I don't want to hear anything about this was a sub-500 team. They were there. And y'all weren't saying that 48 hours ago. What a difference 48 hours makes. Y'all weren't saying this. This was Tom Brady. This was the GOAT. This is what everybody was afraid of. And, one and done. I don't want to hear none of that. If you were saying that before, don't come with us today. Go ahead and log off. Actually, don't do that. He needs his views. He needs his numbers. Actually, we've been here long enough. Go ahead and leave. Go ahead and leave. Look, listen, these people, these guys came out and didn't listen to nobody or nothing that anybody had to say. And I'm so glad that we get this little small vindication. We're not done yet. We understand that, but we get this small vindication. I thought I was tired, but I'm a little bit. I got that second wind again.
There you go.
I'll let you go. I know you did. You're doing overtime. We appreciate you. I got to get off earlier because I had the customer, but I'm so glad that you extended this out so I can get this off this morning. But I'll talk to y'all at 3, brother.
Man, no problem, DJ. We would definitely talk to you later over on Vosh and Barry Live. Appreciate you, good brother. The energy today y'all bringing. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. He's absolutely right. Oh, how the turntables. Shout out to The Office, right? That's an Office reference if you don't know. How the turntables. Laying that motherfucker fire, didn't he, King? Didn't he? T-Dub said just use the tight ends and do Noah's blocking and let T.Y. get his routes. We talked about those tight ends, man. Now, they didn't run the 003 is what I called it, but that funny tight end package, but they didn't need to. I think they just needed to get the tight ends out in routes, right? And I talked about this very, very small, I don't know if you want to call it small, detail of an adjustment that Kellen has made, I think, throughout the season for the most part, and early in the season, after week 1. We'll say after week 1. Week 1, it was like, bro, we got to stop this. But after week 1, and it was, we're just getting more guys out in the routes right now. right now against these zone coverages, against this shell. You know, a lot of the times when you saw Dak get in trouble last year is when you saw, 2 and 3 guys into a sea of 7. And we found something against Philly, man. Now, it requires you to hold up at least for 2.5, 3 seconds from a pass blocking standpoint, but it's spreading them out. Not necessarily 5 wide, but empty. And that forces you to show your hand, number one, and it gives you plentiful of options to go to. And I love it when they do it with TP because now TP can be a real weapon in the passing game. I don't like when they do it with Zeke. I'd rather them just keep him in and block. But when they do it with TP, those are 5 legitimate guys they can throw the ball to. And that's 2 games now. Philly, Tampa Bay. 2 good defenses. You've had success throwing the ball on. Job ain't finished. Facts. Boy, we in some overtime. Okay. I got to get to Mel. I think I got to wrap this up, y'all. I am starving right now. Like, Marvin. Mel, what's good, brother?
Hey, I don't know where people go to get their Cowboys content. I don't know.
I don't know
But
either.
it's only one show. It's only one show you can go to where you're going to get a platter of peas and you're going to get somebody knocked out snoring on the phone and you're going to get game analysis, breakdown, film study. It's only one place on earth you're going to go through and get the whole shebang, dog. If y'all not, I know some people, y'all might have been, you went and searched, Cowboys reaction or something like that. You stumbled upon this show. Hey, this is all the time.
It's 2 of them.
This is all the time. Y'all got to stay locked in right here,
3
man.
o'clock, 3 o'clock
Hey.
Central, too. 3 o'clock Central. Don't forget that one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, it's a beautiful, beautiful Tuesday. Sun is shining. Man, I swear. Look, it's a new rule on the Skywalker Show. Don't call into the show talking about what somebody on some network said. Don't call in telling Sky, hey, Shannon said this. Oh, hey, Dan Orlovsky, man, we don't care, dog. We don't care. Anything they say, we don't care.
I'm here
This
to
is
tell
where
you
come
right
to
now,
get the content.
we don't care.
Let me tell you
We don't care.
Man, it was a beautiful game, dog. Hey, my quarterback, man, it was the dude has been through so much. I wasn't really surprised by his bounce back because if you know Dak's life story,
Right.
it's full of adversity. We're playing bad football games is minute in his life. It's bouncing back from bad football games, man. That's nothing to him. So, and this is even to fans that are frustrated or were frustrated with that. I'm not mad at y'all. I'm not one of those like, hey, well, we only celebrating y'all whack. I get that part too, but that's not really my thing. To me, we all fans, and we all sometimes get frustrated. I get frustrated with Kellen Moore. So
Yeah, there's
lot of us are
there's a
frustrated with
difference.
Kicker right now.
There's a difference between logical criticism and criticism that is contextualized, right? Like that is not a problem. We can have those conversations, and we've had that. It's the people that are far left, and it's the people that still right now you can see it all over Twitter.
We know the alternative.
You see it all over Twitter, man. And I'm talking about Cowboy fans. Cowboy fans who are still, let's see it next week. Like, what? How are you not in the moment right now, brother? Like, or sister? How are you not in the moment right now? It's crazy.
They've got another issue. And it almost has very little to do with his play.
There you go.
They've got another issue. But man, my quarterback, bro, he's on 100 right now. I'm not talking about San Francisco because that's for the rest of the week. Yeah. I'm not going to talk about some of the little negatives in the game because that's for the rest of the week. But today, man, I'm celebrating. I'm happy as hell. Thanks for letting me in, man.
Yes,
Thanks
sir.
for doing the show this morning. Hey, this is the first road playoff game in almost 30 years, so we're going to get a little bit of OT today. Thank you, Sky, man. Thank you, Cowboy Nation. Let's keep it rolling, baby. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Mel. All the way from the West Coast. A Special K, did you Did you dial in? I can't remember if you dialed in, man. Man, I'm here, bro. I don't know how I'm here. But let's check in on Shavans. So he picked his phone up, or he rolled over. Shavans, you wake up? Oh, Lord. Shavans, wake up. Oh, bro, I really think, no, all jokes aside now, because that was a long one. That was we gotta check on our guy, man. I'm really gonna write his number down, bro. I'm serious. This is borderline getting concerning now. 6-1. I don't know how I'm gonna get a hold of you, but I'll call you off air, bro. Make sure you got a machine. Go fund me. Shavance CPAP. I'm starting it. Cause that one scared me a little bit. All jokes aside, I got a little bit scared. No, Ace. I'm really now seriously checking up on him now. Now I'm checking up on him. A little bit nervous, man. 903, you not asleep, are you?
Hey, Jack, how you doing this morning, man?
All right, 903. You up? What's good, 903?
It's Ted from the chat.
Is who from the chat?
Is
who from the chat?
Second?
Is who from the chat?
Ted.
Oh, Ted. What's up, Ted? Ain't heard from you in a minute.
I just wanted to say, don't let it be locked over how Kellen Moore really pulled a fast one on us over the last 5 weeks. Going into the playoffs, I was like, this can't be the offense of running, and out it wasn't. And it was just amazing to see. And I thank you for your time and overtime. First thing I did this morning was check your end of the night show last night, because I went to bed right after again.
Right.
To be at work early this morning, but yeah. I'll talk to you later, and thank you for your time.
Appreciate you, Ted. I think it was hard to make it out, but I think I got what he was saying. He was like, yeah, Kellen poured a fast one on us over the last month and a half of the season. He was like, man, that couldn't be the offense we was going. I'm saying the same thing. I'm getting a little nervous because I'm like, yeah, what happened to the pocket, that little pocket you was in? And as long as we stay in that pocket, I'm on record. I said, listen, I don't like what I'm seeing, but you know what? Just give me 4. Just give me 4 games, Kellen. Then you can go be a successful head coach, or go do your thing in Carolina. Hey, congratulations. I just need 4. I just need 4 of them things, and we good. And now, if he goes and people that, want to keep him, well, he deserves to go, right? Like, he listen, won the Super Bowl. You're going to get plucked. A little concerned about your fans, man. I never lock the phones, but I'm gonna do this for y'all. I'm gonna push through these ones. We still got a handful. I'm gonna push through them, man. 980, what's up?
Hey man, what's up? How's it going?
What's going on with you?
Not much. Calling out of Charlotte. I just moved here from Austin.
Shout out to Charlotte. My folks is down there in Charlotte, man. How you feeling after last night?
Man, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not impressed with the win, but I'm happy at the same time.
Ooh, shit. That's a different one.
Team lose to a third-string quarterback in Carolina. You know what I'm saying? That Bucs team's trash. But
didn't they beat them?
I'm not excited. I'm not excited with Brock Purdy though. I think he's having his Linsanity moment. Like you said, it's all about Kyle Shanahan. It's not about the quarterback.
Yeah.
That team does RPOs, bubble screens. That's all we got to do is put zones there and stop that. That's all we got to do. I see us going to the Super Bowl, 100%. Like, now if we win it, I'm excited, but I just see us going. I'm going to be 100. I see us going.
All right, man. Appreciate the call. That one took me for a loop there. Not really excited. But we going to the Super Bowl. But if we win it, but I just think we going to the Super Bowl. Boy, you had me up and down there. I don't know if you excited if we go to the Super Bowl or not. I thought this was impressive. I mean, listen, dog, that's Tom Brady. That's on the road. Yeah, 100% was impressive. It was impressive. Appreciate you calling in, though. Clearwater, 727. What's up?
Yo, Scott, what's good?
Look, you were so ready for Vach's show. It seemed like it's 3 o'clock, but what's up, man?
No, man, I was just about to take a bite of this sandwich I just made and here say unmuted, man. Hold on. What's going on, man?
What's up with you? Is this King?
Good. Let me get back. Just run it up, man.
Just run it up.
Washington week, man.
That's
Remember
right.
we was talking
That's
about
right.
What we wanted to see and
Yeah.
how that shit died real quick, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we ain't see shit. But man, listen. To say second cornerback last night. Did you see a problem? My eyes getting bad. Was that not Bland playing outside?
So that's the thing. Like, I just got the film right. That's why I got excited about a half hour ago. I'm gonna go watch it because. So y'all know how I am.
Because we had no problem, Scott.
Yeah, during the game, I'm not really focused on the small details at the moment, right?
I was
all the time. So I'm living and dying through the result of the play. So I couldn't tell what was going on from a schematic standpoint, but I got the film, so we're gonna go back and watch it.
Okay, but I'm pretty sure it was 26. I was trying to make sure. I was trying to see who they put in the slot. I know they was using Alexander or.
They were using Izzy a lot. They were using J-Ron Curson there.
Mukamu was out there, yeah.
I know Rhodes was getting a good amount of tick on the outside too, but we'll know for sure come tomorrow.
Facts. Okay, but your last caller threw me off. He could just lead a nation. I don't even know what he's talking about.
I mean, he said we're going to the Super Bowl though. So yeah, I give him that.
And then he couldn't even say we would win it. My man stopped there. He bought a ticket to the game. Like, nah. Yeah. First of all, this is how I'm going to see it real quick, bro. If you look at the quarterbacks that we got to go up against, Dak, last night was very impressive because it was Tom Brady.
Right.
And we all know 18 points going into the half, none of us should have felt comfortable. You know what I'm saying? So,
it wasn't over yet.
We going to go into San Francisco. It's even more important to come out with this win. Of course, you got to come out with the win. But I'm saying if we can shut down San Francisco, bro, honestly, I don't see nobody fucking with us. And that's not cocky shit.
No, that's real.
I'm just talking about Kellen Moore, like you was asking, is fucking bad. Huh? He was in his bag. Put the first 2 drives out the way. Tuck those to the side.
Yeah.
He got in your ear real quick. I know y'all got on me last time for saying the N-word. My bad.
Who,
but
me?
I'm pretty sure.
Not me.
Nah, the chat got me. The chat got me.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, son, I don't want to hold you up too long, but I'm impressed. I feel like we on that run now. The look in Dak's eyes last night said kill him, and they keep killing him. We stepped on that neck last night. You feel what I'm saying? Like we held nothing back. I love seeing who was that at playing the fullback. Where the fuck was that all year?
Oh, you like the Hawk package? I'm not a fan of the Hawk package, but
my thing is if you're gonna do the same bullshit ass run, then at least give me some kind of leverage.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying? Because they clearly put it in there because they was concerned about the pressure coming from that side. But my point more is whether you like it or not, it was an answer. You identified a problem and you went to fix it. I believe that's what we've been asking for from this team, especially from like Dan Quinn and Kellen Moore respectively.
Yes.
It's okay if something doesn't work, but you need to now don't double down on it. You know what I'm saying? Move on.
Yeah.
Try
Adapt.
something different.
Adapt for sure.
And adapt, brother. You know what I'm saying? And I seen that all last night. I don't see how we get rid of McCarthy. And you know, I'm not saying he's perfect.
Nah.
But I'm just like, I just don't see how we get rid of him now.
That conversation was only legitimate had they lost this game. That's it. And I think in the way that they just won this game, there's no hot seat for McCarthy.
So my only question for you is, and whether you can cover it now or it's for a show at a later time, since both of us don't see McCarthy leaving,
right?
Regardless or not, if my man get a head coaching job, do you see Kellen back?
I don't. I think he's going to be out the door with a job.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
So you believe you believe
somebody going to hire him, man. Somebody going to hire him. Now, if they don't, then yeah, he's going to be back, bro. I mean, he's still a darling in that. Yeah, absolutely. He's a darling in that room. They love him. When I say room, I mean front office. Jerry Jones, they love Kellen Moore. And let's just say you get to the NFC Championship game, and let's say the offense does, turn it up for 3 games, right? And even in NFC Championship game, say you lose, but the offense looks good. I think you can argue, all right, he showed up in the biggest moments of the season. So I think you can, again, don't let your opinion have you. Have an opinion, but don't let it have you, right? So you should be able to move a little bit, because we did see growth from Kellen. We said this all year, like as little as it may be.
But sustained.
Listen,
it's one thing to show me that you can do it.
I know, bro.
But did you learn?
Hold up. And he did. That's the thing. That's the growth I'm talking about. He said he said you learn and you grow. When he was talking about in that Washington game when the running game wasn't working, but he realized we can't go away from it with our current situation. He learned to remain balanced, right? I do think I said this before throughout the season. I thought you saw a slight adjustment to that umbrella coverage, right? But we were like, okay, but why? What is our identity week to week? That's my concern. Like, are you going to show up with this bag in these moments? So if he does show up in this bag for 3 games, how do you justify moving on from him? Right? Like, I'm not going to let my opinion have me.
I think the biggest my take is yes, Kellen has a bag, but if I ask you what was the name on that bag, meaning like what like you just said, what do we fall back on? I couldn't tell you what's coming out that bag. Valentine's coming up. My girl like Gucci, Versace, but she been on this make Marc Jacobs. What would I call Kellen's bag?
That's a very good point.
Because when times get hard, when we fall back on it, San Francisco got design runs.
Right.
That's RPOs. That's what they gonna do. My thing is and this is the pressure that it puts on Dak, you never know what you can fall back on. The wide receivers we have, I mean, we working with what we got. You know what I mean? But none of them is making the job easy for him.
Yeah,
I'm looking for Kellen to make the job easy for Dak. Even though he balled out, I really want to see some slants. Get these niggas on the go, because every pass is a whole route you got to run.
Yeah, I mean,
AJ Brown racking up all these yards off a slant. I'm not saying let's just do slant.
Man, you saw a slant on a big third. You saw a big third down slant. And honestly, that was an adjustment by Dak too. That's the other thing I can't wait to get.
Can we say that's in our bag though?
There you
go. Can we say when times get hard and we need that 3rd and 7?
We about to find out.
5, 3rd and 4.
We about to find
out.
That's
what I said to you on Washington. Remember what I said to you on Washington? You may not, but I said, what? Can we find consistency in one game?
You got to.
I don't believe so. So that's what I was looking for in the regular season, but we here now.
For sure.
And
good call, man. Good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, you, Vibes, Law, all y'all keep doing y'all thing, man. We all watching.
Facts, man. Appreciate you letting me join the show, man.
Yes,
Peace.
sir. Man, appreciate you. Yes, sir.
He's making some good points, but yeah, go ahead. Sure, 100%. I love the passion, though. Love the passion, and I appreciate you letting me join the show. I can't even elaborate, but we're going to go to 602 then 321. 602, what's goody?
Hey, what's up, Scott? How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
That's good. Yeah, I see you and Raj and Law, and I respect you very much.
Thank you.
I get to live here in Arizona, but I enjoy the Cowboys all the time. I think they're a badass team, especially right now in the playoffs. I saw them coming up. Tom Brady was like a big obstacle for us, and especially because we got the L last game, and I think we did awesome. I think Dak played very well, and I think our defense stepped up. Micah was there. He was there, very impressive. Diggs, he kind of.
Oof, that's a conversation.
Struggled.
Yeah, we're gonna have that conversation tomorrow for sure, man. Diggs,
Yeah.
not his best game.
Yeah. Yeah, but he showed up. He showed up too. He was there. I don't know if he was hurt, but he showed up. He could have done better, but he was there. He was there. And man, everything was good until that Noah Brown played. Man.
The all signs kick?
Yeah.
Well, I thought that was
like, I was
the irony of having Noah Brown on Hans' team is crazy.
Yeah. I mean, because you have to have good hands to be in that special teams right there,
Exactly.
And then that basically showed what the irony.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, I love the Cowboys, man, and I'm looking forward to the next game, and I believe we got this. We got this, man. We got this. Everybody played good. And
They
I'm
did,
sorry,
man.
Scott.
They did.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, dog. Good call, man. Let's go ahead and finish this one off with 3, 2, 1, go. What's good, man?
Hey, you hear me?
I got you loud and clear.
Hey, it's J-Rock calling in, man.
J-Rock. What's up, J-Rock?
Man, what's up, man? I ain't gonna lie, man. You might have to split that number, that Cochran friend of Tom Brady, because we were taking that lunch money all night long. We had them boys ready to quit. My ass Tom boy said, I don't want it no more, coach. These boys can have it. I wasn't ready for them Cowboys when they came to town.
I knew we had him. I think it was like the second or third possession. He was yelling and screaming at himself, and this was before the pick, so I think it was the second possession. Yelling and screaming at himself for missing throws. And I'm like, oh, snap. He getting upset already? We got him.
Yeah.
We got him.
Oh, yeah. So I was going to say, to make a point earlier, I think that with that big picnic table you had earlier, you got to put Mike McCarthy up there with that victory chain sitting on the chest. Kellen, he brought extra mashed potatoes last night to the party. So hey, they was in their bag last night. I'm excited to see what we do this coming up week, because I feel like we're gonna lay the smack down on that candy. You know what? Coming up week Saturday.
Yeah.
Go Cowboys. That's all I got to say.
We're gonna lay the smack down on your Rudy Poo candy ass. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, man, Mike with that chain. They sell that chain at Texas Live, so it's not like is that supposed to be their turnover? What is that? I don't know, but I hope somebody asks Mike McCarthy about this move here, man, because this is about to be my new move. All right, there was a lot of super chats. I was been supposed to read y'all super chats. I really do need to save some energy for later, because in about 4 hours. Vosh Lombardi Live. Y'all do not want to miss that. Y'all do not want to miss that. Okay. Lots of them. So I'm going to just get through them as best I can. Y'all know me. I try to dive in on all of them, but here we go.
Super chat.
Towboat Ty, appreciate you. Said, guess Tampa cut that grass. Let's go. Did you notice that I never brought that up? I never understood that. Where did this come from? Cowboys on grass. What are we doing? What are we doing? The Cowboys on grass. They had a 28-14 lead on grass. They didn't lose because of the grass. They were about to win against the Jaguars. They didn't lose because of the grass. They beat the Titans on grass. They just played a terrible game against Washington on grass. It's ridiculous.
Super chat.
Ike, QB1 of the NFC East, put on a show last night. Saturday is for second. I'm guessing you're talking about next Saturday. Salute.
Super chat.
King Element said, it's so good to be back after such a glorious W. Sent that old man packing. Man, we've been missing you, King. I hope everything is good for you.
Super chat.
Also dropped one and said, Dak can't have a seat at the cookout. He was too busy cooking. Do I come out? I don't got that one, but you right. You right. I should have replaced him with Micah, and Dak had it. He was at the grill. We got to get a grill master one going on.
Super chat.
L dropped one that says, so Kellen saved his best plays. Say it with me. For the playoffs. We about to watch this film. I already been cheating a little bit. Been watching the defense some. But it damn sure seemed like he saved the game plan for the playoffs.
Super chat.
Jamal dropped one that said, I think those tough losses and adversity will help Dallas versus Philly and San Fran. San Fran hasn't played an offense like Dallas in a while. Facts. We talked about appreciating the fight, right? That's what bugged me the most about the Washington. I didn't care about the loss. I cared about you fighting. One thing I can't say about the Jaguars game and the Green Bay game is they showed no fight. They obviously showed fight in that game. So, yeah, I think if you appreciate those fights, you learn from them, like Mike McCarthy said a whole lot, and you have a chance to be where you're at right now. And listen, you lost to Tampa Bay 2 times in a row, opening day. You got your revenge. You lost to San Fran at the crib in the playoffs. Got a chance to get your revenge. Third time, I believe, since 92, right? 92. Cowboys played them in 94? Yeah, never mind. They lost in 94. But nonetheless, you got a chance to avenge yourself here. Sully dropped one. Appreciate you, Sully.
Super chat.
He said, hey, Voch, don't tell me to think about it because if I'm already at this point, I already thought about it. Got to go back to Voch's call. Fantastic call, by the way.
Super chat.
Jay Lombardi dropped one and said, what's the update on Parsons and Peters' injury? Well, Parsons seems to be fine. He went back in and started balling. Peters, though, is the hip. We'll keep you posted, I guess, tomorrow on what's going on with that.
Super chat.
LA Lake Show dropped one and said the first 3 missed extra points weren't Maher's fault. The holder was still moving the ball, and our regular holder has been injured the past few weeks.
Super chat.
B Bird, the tables have been turned for years for this year's Cowboys versus San Fran game. We will play loose. The pressure was to beat Tampa. I feel good about next week. Facts. I totally agree. 11 games in a row. The Cowboys are the underdogs. I think the pressure is on San Fran. I think Dallas is going in there with house money. I truly do believe that. And after beating Tom Brady on the road, you're not about to go be like, I'm scared of Brock. I don't think so.
Super chat.
Dwayne Brown, welcome back. LVE Hankins, great team win. Facts.
Super chat.
Marcus, I don't got the drop, man. I wish I had it. Marcus dropped one and said, can I drop the ain't nobody calling me, please? I just hold tight. Let me see if I can find it for you. L. Gene, what's up, bro? He said,
super chat.
If they can match, San Fran's physicality, especially on the edges, they got a good chance. Diggs got to bring his hard hat, though. Diggs did not want nothing to do with no tackling. We got something in Izzy. Facts, man. We saw that in preseason. We like, man, Izzy look different.
Super chat.
JQ, we put hands on those Bucks. Facts. Tell Purdy to come outside. Yes, sir. And then Eric just dropped one for the love.
Super chat.
For the love. Man, what a show. I knew this one was going to be long. I knew this one was going to be great. I had a fantastic time. I have those drops that are not loaded, but hold tight. I'm going to see if I can grab something real quick. But let's check back in on Shavans. Oh, shit. Damn, Shavance. What is going on with my man, dog? Gangrel, wake up! God dang, dog. Oh, well. We gave him about 17 tries. What's going on, man? Y'all couldn't hear him? Let's see here. You up? Shavance, did we get you? Nope. We didn't get him, y'all. It was a good try. Hey, Shavance, you had a hard-fought fandom thing going on last night, my guess. Well, the show ain't done. I mean, the show's done, but the celebration ain't over. Later tonight, I'll be live with Vach, 3-ish Mafia over at the Volume. Mo will be on. Later today, I'll be with Vach. Mo will be on tonight at what, y'all, like 7 or 8 o'clock, 8 or so. He's more on time than I am. He'll be on time. Make sure y'all tune in for that. All right. And then tomorrow, we're going to take a look at some of this film. I'm already on it. I said I was going to try taking me a little nap. That's probably not going to happen. We got the tape, and I'm excited to watch the tape after that victory. So we'll have that. It'll be a good show tomorrow. And then it's on, man. It's on to San Fran for this revenge game. Time to avenge what happened last year. But don't let nobody take away what happened last night. Your boys made history. And did something they ain't doing in a long time. And this is something extremely positive to take moving forward. And tell your folks at work one word. You don't need to do nothing crazy. Yield. It's that simple. With that said, time to press this dang on button and get up out of here. Talk about overtime. Woo! Put in that work today. We put in that work. No. Don't take it out on Colin. That's still our show. That's still Vach's show. Come through, please. We out of here. Love y'all.
Ain't nobody calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, are you still involved? Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still involved? Y'all usually check on me. I'm still them boys. Hey! Woo, oh, shut up, my boy. Hey! I'm still them boys. Oh, I'm still them boys. I'm still them boys.
He said, I'm still them boys.
I'm still them boys. Yeah. I'm still them boys. Call and check on me.
He ain't say we, said I'm still them boys.
I'm still them boys. Them boys. I'm still them boys. Now y'all don't want to call and check on the
They don't want to call us now.
I'm still them boys. Yeah, I'm still